Hopefully this is hello. Hopefully I'm live. I've still not fully finished setting up yet, but hopefully I will be good in a moment. As soon as I've moved one or two things from around me, so I can actually move to the desk. Right, where was I up to? So good evening, everybody. Thank you for everybody who's come to join me. Thank you. Thank you all. Yes, I know. I've just punched the very thing that I'm going to be working on this evening. That's a clever idea of me, isn't it? As you can see, I've not finished setting up yet, so I'm just going to get my other camera. And then I can get Midlands accent. Are you cheeky? Did you just say I've got a Midlands accent? You know, Joey, I thought me and you were friends. But yeah, if you're going to say Midland accent, mate, I'm from West. And hello, Kirsty, as well. So who do we have in this evening, just so I can make sure I'm not going completely doolally? So we have, let's scroll up to the top of this list so I can make sure I get everybody. We have Buzzard, hello. We have Jessica in Sinscape Studios. We have Joey, hello, cheers man for coming up again. Ali, hello. Mick, cheers bro. And Kirsty and Jack, welcome back. How are we all doing? Right. Now that I'm in some kind of, I'll say some kind of condition, I'm not ready anywhere near ready for this. But I'm going to carry on anyway, because that's what I do. While I was doing this, I realised that once a quick dry brush of grey and stuff can't help me bring the bricks out that I wanted. But now I'm going to have to go through and do spots of browns and greens like I did on the... Where's it gone? There it is. Move that piece of paper out. Like I did on there. So I'll go through some browns, greys, greens. Probably doing browns and greens on this one more than anything. I've got my herbs. I'm going to be mixing up with my PVA glue. I've got two different PVA glues. I've got this one, which is an old, practically dried out, done in one. And I should have another one somewhere, which is a lot wetter and just cheap, tacky glue. All right. So now I've explained everything to you lot. I can try and get it ready in my own head because, that never works. And I've not given... I've given a couple links out, I believe, but I haven't given many links out. I'm more going to do it off field tonight. See how it goes. Pardon me, jeez. If I burp a lot tonight, I am very sorry. I've just taken my tablet, which is late. For those of you who know what time I usually take it. I know I should have took it ages ago. Not much you can do about it now, but I've done it. So, first of all, we need a paintbrush. And to partially dismantle, so let's take the top two floors off first. And we'll carry on from there. Yeah, let's see how this goes, because I did almost ruin this, as anyone who's been paying attention to what I occasionally post out on other media sources and to Discord channels and things that I'm on. You'll know that I have, I almost. Ali, there is far too many. I live right near Greater Manchester City Centre, so you've got John Rylands Library and a load of other old buildings that I would love to do, plus all the old red brick mills that are still standing. And I did loads within an hour's bus ride of me. I could probably take a photo of about 60 or 70 buildings that will be like, oh, I would like to make that one, and I would like to make that one, I'd like to make that one. I mean, there's even a factory about 10 minutes walk from me, and it would fit brilliantly as like in an industrial setting. It's just one big crashed out building because of all the little things on it. So yeah, there's loads. Is the answer to that one. I've never tried scale modeling though. Obviously, to try building a building that I'm aware of, I mean, I can get photographs from most perspectives of it. I'd have to go walking through the woods to get a few of them. Yeah. Pretty much, Joey, sum it up for so yeah, any Americans in the chat. City center is downtown. With a hell of a lot more roundabouts and probably more traffic lights and cameras as well. Because I wouldn't really classify that as downtown, even though it's my town centre. Because that's got like a Tesco, a very, very small shopping centre with next to no shops in. And we've got an Aldi as well. So it's not like we're overflowing with options. I mean, the closest thing I've got to a hobby place is the Works. And for those of you who are non-British or English and don't have the Works, essentially it's a stationery shop that has everything but the stationery you need to do hobbying. That's how great that one is, isn't it? Yeah. So you can imagine how often I go in there and actually buy stuff. But I do go in and the staff look at me as if to say, okay, what are you going to ask us for that we won't have now? Well, yes, you have to pay to park in Manchester, so it's definitely classified as downtown. It's bloody extortion as well. You spend like £5 for an hour or for a couple of hours. It's like, Jesus, people actually pay that much just to park? You can park 15 minutes down the road for free. But no, they pay £15 for a day or £5 for an hour or two, just so they can park in the centre and spend about 20 minutes sat in traffic. Yeah, it's kind of like W.H. Smith's, but without the magazines and without the post office and without anything that's useful. I tried that, Ali. I did try that, and once they got this in for me. You got podge, and it was gone 2 days later, and they've never had it back in since. So they have, on occasion, got stuff in for me, but it doesn't always. Yeah, they don't always last very long because of what I asked for isn't available in Middleton. Well, in the middle of the town, should I say? Then anyone around that area who spots it immediately goes, "Ooh, we can't get this round here. Grab. So really, I have to go into Manchester, or I'll just go on Amazon for supplies. Which is partially why I've got an Amazon wish list on here. Not that I ever expect anyone to use it, but it is there. You know, nice surprise one day might happen. But until then, I'm just going to use Amazon vouchers to clear off that list. So once I've done this, which is the browns higgledy-piggledy all over it. No, they wouldn't keep one because I don't win that often because they never have what I want. They don't keep stuff to one side for me, and it'd be pointless for them anyway. Any retailer who goes, yeah, I'm going to keep this side for this one person when they can sell it there and then, is not going to stay in retail for very long. I know because I've worked in retail. I worked in retail for a very long time. And whenever you say, I'm going to keep it to one side for a customer, most of the time that you never see that customer within the time scale that you would need to warrant keeping it to one side from. So no point doing it. I don't mind them not doing it. It costs about the same. Right. So if you, right, this is not an advertise. This is because I've been asked a question. Okay. So I'm going to tell. The only reason I'm saying this is because of this question. Connected to my account, there is an Amazon wish list. If you order anything from that wish list, it will send it direct to me, and you can add a note to it if you wish to say blah, 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 whatever you want to say. But anything from that wish list will send direct to me. It doesn't give you my address. It just knows to send it to my address. So I think it's attached to the actual channel. So if you was to go into channel description and links, I think it is. I think, I don't know. I've never used it and I've never actually had it used. So I couldn't actually say if that's definitely how it works. But yeah, I think there's a link in the video, in the channel description, or part of the, you're going to make me, I'm curious now. So I want to know as well. So we're going to go on a little wander for a second while I let some paint dry. Well, that's something you never hear on this channel, is it? I'm going to let paint dry. So first of all, let's open up a. Yo. What? Cancel that. What are you doing? What are you doing? You flaming great stupid. Right. Okay. So if we go to view my channel, and is it under community? No. Home. One or more links. There you go. So let's not click on that. Let's go back to the correct page and share screen. And it'll be that I want to do. So if you click on that, it'll give you the link to my Instagram page and the link to the Amazon wish list, as well as anything else. Wow, I've gone up in subscribers. Right. Anyway, stop doing that because I'm not supposed to be doing that. No, it's all right. That's Ali. I'll let you in on a little secret, and if you don't believe me, you can ask Kirsty, Mandy, Haid, or anyone from the RDA. I'm easily distracted. You guys only put a sneeze, and if I pick it up, I'll be asking how long ago that happened, and they're so easily distracted. And I like questions. Give me the questions because it stops the monotony of having to go through brick. Gives me something else to do. So I ask questions as much as you like. I will answer them if I can, and I see them, of course. It does make it difficult if I don't see them. So I will try and answer as many questions as I like. As I encourage questions. Questions are good. If you don't question, you never get the answer. Oh, get it on camera. Sorry, Kirsty. See, we've even got you telling me in my head now. Paint on camera. Got it. I mean, I am probably painting in the worst feasible fashion, which is not resting my hands on anything. Everything's just floating in the air. And I've got to hold it all steady at once. So I don't have to. I've painted a lot. I mean, compared to what this used to look like. I mean, it started. No, I'm dropping bricks. It started like that. And just this one thing alone. Oh, another broke brick off there. Now it looks like this. See? Don't talk with your mouth full. I know, sorry. I should have a cup of tea around here somewhere as well. Right, so right next to me. So good, isn't it? Right, My missus is so good to me, too good to me sometimes. Right, so back to the big painting bricks brown. That's what everyone loves to see. And then I'll go through with grey, and then I'll go through. See, I'm not sure whether do brown and green or brown and grey. Now on the road, I did brown and grey, and it works. It works okay. I just realised something. I need to turn that light on over that lamp on over there because my face is really dark, and that doesn't help me and makes me look really bad. So 2 seconds while I just turn the lamp on. Well, no, it's not plugged in. Okay, my missus is turning the lamp on for me. I just collect. I just collect. Now this is for playing purposes. So, because what I generally paint is Warhammer 40,000. Warning. See, bright light works. You can see me now, can't you? That was a lot brighter than I was expecting. Whew. Yeah, so it's for a game essentially, and these are for line of sight blocking, gaining advantage, and then gain like sight advantage and things like that. So this will be the terrain that we use on the tabletop board to have our battles on. But it's nice to have something that's tall enough to hide big things. So that would be like tanks and my 2 big non-models. Ideally, I want this to hide my 2 big non-models. That is what it is here for. So, yeah, I need to hide what is essentially 2 5-inch models behind this, so things can't see them and shoot the heck out of them. First thing. Hey, happy sweet dreams, Hate. I'll try my best to get you off as quickly as I can. I just got a really odd look for that one because I said, rephrase that. We'll get you to sleep as soon as we can. I'm going to have to explain to my partner now, sorry. Hadvich, Hade, because I can never get Hadvich. I'm sorry for picking your name up every time it comes out of my mouth, Hade. I really am. She uses me almost as ASMR. Oh, right. Okay, so it's the same way as Motty does. Yeah. So, yeah. So just explaining there because my missus is sat there. I've just told her I'm going to get another woman off online. So, yeah, I can imagine why there was a little bit of a questioning look because I really didn't think about my words. Tip for people, don't say that when your missus is in the room because luckily my missus is quite understanding to the way I word things. Most men would probably get a slap around the head just then. But lucky me, I didn't. Mainly because I think my headphones would have hurt her hand. But hello. Mr. BC. I do owe you an apology. I haven't got back to you on Instagram. I am aware of it. We can discuss that another time. However, I do believe I requested something from you and you agreed. And I don't have anything on specifically at this moment for that purpose. So I will send you that. And Ali says hi. Hi. Probably heard that bad. So I will, there you go, Mr. BC. That's how you got your photos, Jack. By saying you was gonna. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm not getting divorced. I'm okay with that one because, yeah, I backpedaled and explained quickly enough is why. If I would have just left it like that, yeah, I think I might have found myself on the street almost as quick as thee was. Now, one of my favorite guests of all time. Herbs.
What's up?
Lots and lots of things, but I'm not going to go into it online. But mainly,
Great.
I damn near fucked this up the other day. And I mean, completely messed up the other day.
Well, I was home all weekend. You blaming me?
No. I'm
okay. Yeah, I was busy. I didn't do nothing.
No, mine was just pure. This was just pure impatience.
Oh, geez.
You see how these look like nice, decent bricks?
Man, that looks good. When I was watching it last week, put it together there, I'm like, that's ridiculous. Why wouldn't he just buy it with bricks on it? But now I see it painted, and dude, it looks fantastic, man.
Well, I covered it in Mod Podge to give it a sealant, and then so I could spray paint all the wood, while the rest of the wood I could just quickly with a rattle can. I didn't let the sealant dry in time. So this is what happened to the front of it.
Yeah, it ate through the styrofoam.
It ate through the bloody lot of
it. I know. I was thinking that I was going to comment last time. I'm like, he must know what he's doing. It won't be a pig. But I thought the glue was going to do it. Because I know we call that stuff SM over here. It's just called SM. It's an insulated styrofoam. And it's really expensive. But yeah, the little cubes you were cutting, is that styrofoam?
XPS.
XPS, you guys call it? Okay, is it for modeling? Or is it for renovations?
It's for underfloor heating.
There you go. That's what we use it for too. Baseboards or walls or exterior. Yep. You can buy different thicknesses. But I knew as soon as you said you sprayed it with something, like, I bet you it ate right through it. Turned it into goosh. It looks okay, though. It looks like it got hit by fire or something in the front.
Well, that's luckily because of the way it goes together. It goes together in.
Yeah, it does. It made it mushy, but
and it's that wall that's melted, which is where the big bowl is. So it's like, wow, that was lucky.
Did it gas off at all? Could you smell it happening, or did you come back and go, "What the hell?"
I did outside. So when I went back and looked at it, it was like, oh. And as soon as I saw it, I realized what I'd done because I'd not let it dry properly. It's just gone in and started because it's only along halfway along here where the rest of it's all dried along there. So that back wall's all dry, half of this wall was dry, and it's only eaten through this bit.
Shit. Lesson learned, right?
Yep, I've got another one to do. So
that's right.
It's not like I can't learn from it. I've got another full one of these buildings to do. And
it definitely looks cool, though.
Oh, it's going to take me ages. It's going to take me ages. I know it is.
Oh, yeah. Usually good stuff does, though. Nothing's accomplished very quickly. And if it does, it's not worth the time of day. Flash in the pan.
Well, tonight's stream is actually supposed to be adding moss to this.
Oh, yeah?
Especially over the broken bits and the bits that are all screwed up. Just try and cover it up a little bit. And I've tried it before. I've tried doing moss before. And I shall get that plate where I tried it. Got it in on this. And you can see there. This is
wow.
Okay. Now that was just essentially that's mixed herbs.
Oh my god. That's cool, eh?
A little bit of paint, a little bit of glue.
Yeah.
I found out the paint doesn't help. The paint actually makes it worse. Not good. Don't put the paint in it. Do the glue, do the herbs, let it dry, then go back and paint it.
Yeah, no, patience, man. Patience.
I don't have patience.
It's all a learning curve. Nowhere on that spice chart does it say, if you're going to use it for modeling, do this. So, you know what I mean?
Well, there is that.
Even if you called the company, they'd be like, don't do that. No, don't shoot any kind of glue on our herbs. Just eat them like you're supposed to.
But you make really nice moss. So if I wanted to do this with it, would it work? No, I get funny looks after everything. As I was saying about the place where I buy my cheap stuff from, the works, the shop is a stationer. The amount of dodgy looks I get off them. Do you sell XPS foam at this thickness? First of all, I have to explain to them what XPS foam is.
Yeah, me too.
And then they look at me funny as if to say, why on earth would you want that?
Yeah, and that thin. They ask you, why so thin?
Well, no, because I'm asking for it like 2 inches thick.
Oh, really? Yeah, because I get the thick stuff easily, but the thin stuff's really hard to get.
Thin stuff, I can just go to my local B&Q hardware store, $14.99, 10 sheets of the stuff, and it's like 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot sheets that are half a centimeter thick.
Yeah. Well, when we were doing commercial glazing, a lot of the code up here calls for thermal break aluminum, and what they do is they put it's basically like a polyethylene spline inside the aluminum extrusion, and basically what happens when cold hits aluminum, it'll transfer through just like inside outside. As cold as aluminum is on the outside, you touch it on the inside without thermally broken, it'll transfer the cold right through. So this thermal break goes through, but what we had to do was cut up that SM, or the stuff you call it, and I would have to cut it certain dimensions to stuff into the backing of the framing. So, because up here, code for cold is totally different than other areas. So,
yeah, well, yeah, you're north, aren't you?
yes,
You go any further north than you and you meet in Santa type.
Alaska, yeah, it's Alaska, yeah.
So, yeah, when you say it's cold,
oh, dude, we just got through minus 22. We just minus 22 Celsius.
Minus 22. Good evening, JV. How are you?
Hey, JV.
How do you minus 22? I was freezing today. It was only minus 5.
Dude, in northern Saskatchewan, no wind, minus 56 Celsius. Record.
Oh, minus 56.
Yeah, can't even shut your car off at that temperature. Your gasoline and diesel will gel up inside the lines.
You're going to have to keep your heating running in your house.
Oh, yeah, if your power goes out, you're fucked, man.
You're going to have to do so much just to stop your house from freezing. I mean,
well, if your house froze up like that with no power, best thing to do is go climb in your car, because your house will cool off so quick, and then your water will start freezing.
Yep.
Jesus, Vancouver, the main city, they never get freezing temperatures, but they went through this cold spell. The Mission Hospital is shut down because of broken pipes. They all came unthawed the other day, and water everywhere through the building. Yeah, they're just not insulated, right? They're not built for that. So this last cold temperature snap that we got, it's moving east now. So like Paul Wright Lawns and Angie and all them, they're going to be getting the minus 10s here in a day or two.
So eventually, I was going to say I'll go over to Sam, but Sam's always freezing.
She's cold, but it's great with Sam because I call her up and say, "What's it doing?" And her weather today is going to be my weather in 3 days. So, hey, what can I expect? Yeah, it moves across, right? She's higher than me, but that's where the polar vortex come from, was the North Pole. But yeah, very cold.
The polar vortex comes from one of the poles.
Yeah, it would make sense, right?
It does. It's funny you say it does that, yeah.
I know, but some people ask, like, what? Really? Where's the polar vortex? Where do you think it comes from?
It comes from the Tropic of Cancer, really warm place.
Yeah.
You bloody
-4. Oh my Lord, that's great. That's what I think. No, today we are. Let me just check. -11 right now.
I'm currently -1.
Jesus Christ! No snow yet, though.
Well, it's supposed to snow.
Yeah.
I say because obviously I've got the window right here next to me, so.
I ask anyone, do you have a snow shovel?
No, I don't need one.
There you go. That tells me how much snow you get. That's all I need to know right there.
Yeah, I don't need enough. I don't need a snow shovel.
-2 in London. Yeah, that's just that mushy shit where it's like half rain, half. Yeah, we get it all the time here. It's gross. That's the joy of living by the water, boys and girls.
We're only 50 miles away from the water, no matter which direction we go in. So yeah, we're screwed no matter what. We only ever get slushy, sludgy stuff. Go speak to Mrs. B. You know exactly what happened there, ladies and gentlemen. He took his headphones off. He muted himself and then went, "What?"
No, I heard my wife. Your phone's ringing.
Let it ring.
That's what I said.
We're supposed to do.
Yeah.
If it wasn't ringing, I'd be worried.
I barely give my cell number out to anyone, so I know when it's called. It's usually business. So I just fuck it. Let the phone pick it up. I don't want to answer right now anyway. Just dumb questions.
I've not even looked at my list of my notifications on my phone. If I pull it down now, I'll still be scrolling for the next 20 minutes. Just going, oh my Jesus God, where is that thing I saw 2 days ago that I didn't get rid of?
Oh, it's amazing how much memory them phones have. Like people pulling up texts from 7-8 years ago. Like, holy shit, man. That's the internet for you. Once it's recorded, it's somewhere, right? It's somewhere.
It's on somebody's server. It's on somebody's hard drive. It might not be the legitimate source, but it'll be on somebody's hard drive.
It's there, yeah. I always laugh, like I always wondered with a PC, like you got the recycle button and you hit empty recycle bin. Well, there's no muffler on the back of your computer, so where does that data go? You know what I mean? It just, all clean. Yeah, but where did it go?
No,
it didn't just fart out a tube at the end. Like, it's in there somewhere.
He got put in the ready to be written over pile.
Yeah, like it always puzzles me. Like, if you got a digital recycle bin and you empty it and it's digital, where's the bits go? Under the digital rug? Like, you know, it's got to be held somewhere in ones and zeros.
Well, I've used it. I've used hard drive recovery stuff before, so
exactly.
I know it doesn't. I mean, I try not to use my recycle bin. I automatically shift delete everything.
Yeah, no shit.
And even then, stick it on. I want that picture back.
You know, I've got nothing on here to fucking worry about. Like credit card people, and credit cards are one of the most securest fucking items on the planet Earth, man. And I don't really worry about that too much. But I remember this company was closing down, Freightliner, big truck company, and I knew the owners because they were personal friends also, but they dealt with us through glass deals. So I'd always do the windshields down there. So you get to know them first up. But anyway, the lady, she's like, BC, I know you're into computer stuff. We're closing the store here next month. Do you want to come down and root through the machines? Because we're just going to throw them out. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'll go down and look at the computer. She goes, whatever you want you to take. But they were old business machines. They're not gaming or nothing. But this was back in the day of CD burners and all that shit. And one thing they had was a multiple burner pile. There was like 30 burners in one stack. And I was like, shit, this would be great for doing movies. So I could burn a movie and then project 30 discs all at once. But anyway, I never took it anyway. It was all fucked. But I got the computer home, one or two. I opened them up, and here's everybody's dealings with the business. I had credit card, invoice numbers, everything, man. Social insurance numbers, how much money each person, all the payroll. And I'm like, fuck, you shouldn't be you should be reformatting these at least.
You should be
you shouldn't be letting people. So I let them know, and they're like, I had no idea that she's giving them away. And I'm like, yeah, she might be crazy, but Jesus, man, that's a lot of info on there. And I ain't no, yeah, and it's like, man, I had all the workers' credit card numbers up to date. It's like, holy shit.
Bank details, home address, social security numbers, date of birth, mother's maiden name. Hell, you have that.
Yeah, all that stuff, man. When they were getting vacation pay, you know, how much their increase was on their paycheck itself, deductions, healthcare, medical forms. I'm like, Jesus, man, this is crazy.
At that point, you've pretty much got everything you need to be that person.
It made me weary just looking at it, and I said, you know, I could reformat it, which I didn't even use the machines. I ended up tossing them. They were just junk. But they were the old green screen, orange screens, data entry stuff.
Oh,
but
right. Okay.
I was starting this was before the days of fucking Bluetooth and all that shit. So, and I was just after CD burners. That's what I wanted the most. Or DVD burners, but just the information she was passing out the door. And everybody, hey, you want a computer? You can take one if you want. I'm like, holy Jesus, man, the info on that stuff.
Somebody stop this woman. Stop this woman now.
Yeah, like I just know, like I was always told never give nobody your social insurance number. You know what I mean? Just one of them warnings. And I don't really give a fuck now. Today is so, it's like them things when they used to say, oh, do you get scammed? Do you get, when people hijack your account or fake out at you? I know tons of people in my life. I've never met anyone that had their name forged. And it became, remember back 2-3 years ago was the biggest thing, like VPNs. Oh, you got to make sure no one, fucking the worst thing you can do is someone pretend they're you and spend all your money. And I was like, you know what? I've never met no one that happened to. Like, you make it sound like it's happening all the time, but not to me.
Do you want to know the only reason I got a VPN?
You got one?
I have one on.
Just to watch movies from different countries, right?
It's to bypass the security on my router without having to turn it off. So I don't.
Everybody.
So
Same
it's
way.
still there for my kids, so it doesn't let that stuff up for the kids, but
That's
I
true.
can get around it.
And you know what? Everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta have a VPN if you're doing this shit. You gotta have a VPN." No one knows. It's total anonymity in your skin. What about the guys that make the VPN? You shits. You don't think they know where you're going? Well, so why aren't all these fucking illegal things happening with? They make it sound like a VPN. You can go and flash your dick everywhere and get away with it, clean and clear. I'm like, you are silly. Like, don't think you're all high and mighty because you got this program a third party made to protect you. Yeah, they know what you're doing, you idiot.
They know where you're coming in, and
that's right. That's right, man.
They don't care if you want to sit there and pretend that you're in America. They know you're sitting pretending in America. They're just letting you off. It's like, oh, fair enough. It's how the internet works. Do it.
That's right, JV. You're close, JV. That's almost it. It's funny though that he knows it's 3 digits, 3 digits, 3 digits. Is yours the same way? Your social insurance number? Is it 3 digits, 3 digits, 3 digits?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're saying it in your head right now, like I do.
Yeah, it's 9 digits long.
9, that's right. Yeah, ours is 2. Okay.
It comes in 2, 2, 2, 2, 1.
Oh fuck, ours is 3, 3, 3.
No, ours is 4 2s and a 1.
Okay, there you go.
With
your guys' phone numbers are weird like that too. I see English phone numbers like 0911-781-278 or what the fuck is that? Where's the hyphens, man?
Well, it depends on your area code. Like, take my area code is 4 digits long, but the town up the road is 5 digits long for their area code.
Right.
But all the numbers are still the same length.
Okay.
So whereas my quick dial number is 7 digits long, theirs are always 6.
Yeah, JV, 100% with the VPN. I agree with you totally. It protects you against certain things, and obviously against the third parties trying to sneak in and do nefarious shit. But trust me, man, there's guys out there that look at VPN coding and be like, "You think that's gonna stop me, dude?" We're talking crypto computers and all this friggin' quantum stuff, and Jesus, man, 28-bit encryption just ain't doing it no more. Like, you know. One of the biggest securities I've ever seen online is poker. Online poker with money, gambling. Holy Jesus. You want high security. Them fuckers aren't fucking around. Like, you know, they got to stop cheaters every day, right? All these hackers. Oh, yeah. You don't even. I guarantee some of these high poker things, you fuck around with them, they get a knock at your door and almost put you in the bag in the river. Like, you just don't fuck with that portion.
You don't fuck with a lot of anyone who's got with lots of money and people making lots of money. As soon as you start fucking with their money, they're like,
something's up. Yeah, fingers on you. Oh, you know it's true. You know it's true. It sounds so far-fetched, but the way the world's working now and these things that come out every day and little bits and blobs, and it's like, you know, nothing puts it past me anymore. It's like, yeah, what else is new? I'm not shocked, but it's like I feel like I've heard almost everything. But again,
there's got to be something to come. I'm just not looking forward to it, considering what I've already seen. So if it comes and it shocks me, I'm really not looking forward to it because, in a similar vein as you, not much shocks me anymore.
Yeah, no shit, man.
So when something comes along that's going to, I'm not looking forward to it.
And most of the things that interrupt your daily living anyway, there ain't much you can do about it but complain. There's no real...
That's one thing I can do is complain.
Oh, boy, am I ever good at it, too. I love it. I even complain to myself, and my brain will say, "You're right, that's right. Yeah. Tell him, BC, give it to him." It's like, fuck, my brain's just egging me on, man.
You might hear a yes from my background, but I get called out a lot from talking to myself and arguing with myself and discussing with myself. And my missus,
do you do it out loud? Do you do it out loud when you're by yourself?
My missus will ask me who I'm talking to in the kitchen, and I'll say, "I'm talking to me."
I do the same thing when I was fucking fit and able, walking around picking mushrooms in the bush. I would always talk to myself because of the bears. But if you ever seen me out there, you'd be like, "This motherfucker singing to himself." La-di-da. It's like, oh, yeah. Oh, it's freaky when you're out in the bush early in the morning, 7:30, waiting for the sun to come up, and you're out there before everybody else trying to get all the good mushrooms. And, yeah, it's freaky. I miss them days, though. There's just no money in it anymore, though.
They've killed off on the farmland near me, so there's just nothing around here anymore.
Well, they sell them all to Japan. They're big in Japan, but people say that because Japan's the older culture's passing through, that the new culture doesn't agree with the stimulation the mushroom would give, like shark fin soup type thing.
Yeah.
I've tried these mushrooms. They're gross. I don't like eating them. They're too meaty. They're thick, but shit, man, in Japan, they are fucking worth gold.
Jack, you're funny. He's talking to himself and getting other women off, and helps with divorce, apparently.
Oh, yeah. I'll take it. I've never been married, but I can only imagine what divorce is like.
So can I. Never been divorced.
No, fuck that. Think it's expensive getting married? Try doing it reverse.
I know it's expensive game.
Oh, Jesus. If it come down to mutual agreement where it's like, here, this is yours, that's yours. But with kids involved, it's never that way. It's always like, I'm going to use these kids to make you hurt. They always do that. It's terrible. My parents did it to me. Oh, well, you're getting them at Christmas. You won't see them again if you leave. It's like your little bargaining chip.
I see. I have on that point. I have a happier story where it didn't end that way. All the kids end up leaving the mother, but they end up living with their father quite happily.
Yeah, that's right. I was never given the choice. It was just elected. And I'm not saying either or, but it sucks when your parents leave when you're that young and you don't understand why. But that's why I think when you're going through schooling and shit, they just stop some of this history stuff and all the nonsense. Start teaching kids how to pay a mortgage and teach them about marriage. And like at a certain grade level, don't make them go finish school with all this useless knowledge. To ask them, what do you want to do? You want to be a welder, carpenter, whatever you want to be. Start focusing the child towards the development of that. Because by the time you're 16, 17, finishing school, you know what you want to be. You got a pretty good thought of what you're going to be, and they should develop the last 2 years of school. Look, you want to be a doctor? Well, let's start pushing doctor stuff towards you. It makes sense. I've never understood why they taught me who conquered the world in 1492. Who the fuck cares? I never used it. And it's just like French, taking French, another useless course. Stupid.
Well, for you, it kind of wasn't useless just in case you wanted to go travel the rest of your country.
No, I get along with English fine. There's nowhere on this planet that English doesn't work. It works everywhere.
True.
French and everything like that is just an additive. But again, I knew it was not going to be a benefit to me. I'm not going to be in Parliament, and I'm not going to be an RCMP officer. Them are the two prerequisites for. It's nice to have a second language when you're in Parliament. I guess if you want to be the Prime Minister of Canada, you have to speak French. Yeah, you have to, yeah.
Half your population speaks it, so yeah.
That's right. So it's our second language. I get it, but yeah. But I just never saw no interest at all, none. And again, it was useless to me. I've never had a chance to use it. Never needed it. None of it.
See, I got taught German rather than French in my year at school.
You guys don't have a second language, though, do you?
No,
not really. It's English. That's it.
Yeah. Why do we need a second language? Ours is the most popular one in the world.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know the second most popular language?
Chinese.
Mandarin, which is pretty much same thing. But isn't that crazy, eh?
Well,
Chinese. Who would have thunk it?
No, it makes sense.
I would have thought exactly like Spanish or something. I would have guessed Spanish right away. Nope.
I already knew it was, Cantonese, as you said.
Yeah.
I already knew it was that. Because, I'm one of them type of people who finds this crap out. So
all these useless bits and bobs we pick up over the years, from just.
Oh, I've got loads of it in my head. I am.
No shit. And I still like conversing with friends. I could easily flip to Google on and go, you know what, you're wrong. It's this, but fuck it, man.
It sounds right.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I'm not one of the people who go, let's look it up just to prove you wrong. Oh God, fuck. So what? I'm off by 36 pounds.
It
Heavy's heavy.
depends.
Come on.
It depends on the context of the thing, because there are some things that it would really, really annoy me. It's like,
Yes.
no, I'm gonna have to go and look this up.
I only look it up if it's going to be a danger to me or somebody else I try to perform it on. If there's danger involved or something, like, I better look into this. I don't want to explode.
The last time it happened to me was actually earlier on this back end of last week, because remember today's Monday. My son came home from school and told me he'd heard about this new song that his teacher had called him, called Mars. And he starts humming A Hall of the Mountain King. And I'm like, that's not called Mars, mate. He went, it is. My head teacher said it is. And I'm like, no, it's this. And I found an orchestra playing in the Hall of the Mountain King and played it. I went, it's not called Mars, it's called this. Your teacher is wrong. My teacher can't be wrong. Let me tell you something now, mate. One thing you can do in school is you can question your teachers. Can I? Yes, you can.
Yeah, you should be able to. People don't like confrontation, though, some of them. It's like, shit, you want to get to the root, but they'll look at you and go, stop, you're going on a tangent. Well, what's the difference between a tangent or me asking questions? It's just fucking, it's
irrelevant to the current course.
It's just some of them, they can't answer you honestly. They give you the bullshit answer. Doctors are good for that, boy.
Well, I've got tinnitus, and when I went to get tested, apparently just through sheer fact that I've had it for my life and how old I am, apparently I'm one of the leading experts in the world on tinnitus.
Oh, there you go.
Just because I've had it for 40 years.
I got mad the other day. I said, how come all the good information comes at the end of my sickness? She goes, what do you mean? I said, well, if I knew when I had rheumatoid arthritis, where are all you specialists and all that at the beginning of it? You're all there in the after effect after I get all my operations. Now physio's there with the best ideas. And well, where the fuck were you before?
When I needed it.
Yeah, when I needed it. Why did you come at the end? And I said, it costs nothing to get sick. You know how much money it's costing me to get better? Thousands. And when I wish I would have looked at you and said, you could have saved my... Why the fuck were you not there at the beginning of it?
Because...
It's because they want you in that group where it's like, now we make money off the motherfucker.
Essentially, yeah. The medical industry.
And I told the doctor today, I could see it in your eyes, you know, and she didn't want to talk about it, but I'm like, I know you go home and I go, no, this is bullshit. This is just bullshit. What are you going to do? What the fuck are you going to do about it? Nothing.
I walk into my doctor.
Bend over, take it up the ass, and deal with it.
Last time I went to see my doctor, I walked in and told them what I wanted.
That's nice. See, I can't do that here. If I show any form of aggression or anything, they just put the X on me and go, see ya, get out.
I don't have to do it aggressively. I just go, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. I want to be sent for an X-ray, an MRI, and this to try and resolve the issue.
Yeah.
And they go, why do you want this? I explain it to them why I want it. So, because it's going to rule out X, Y, Z, and they either agree and do it or disagree and do it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, though, like with dealing with insurance or anything like that, to have a good doctor behind you sure helps.
I've got to be thankful for the NHS because of that. I don't need insurance.
Yeah. God
I've
forbid.
Got the NHS behind me.
Oh, it's just a battle. It's a fucking battle every time with them.
It's a battle with the NHS.
Oh, dude, they make it sound like they can protect you before the shit happens, but when you need it and come time to get what's bad, oh no, we're going to prove to you that you don't need it. It's like, man, it took nothing for you to get the money off me every week. Didn't have to do a goddamn thing but see the number on my paycheck for your insurance gone. But when it comes time to get it back, holy Jesus, the work I had to do and the paperwork and the months of waiting. And it's like anything to get you canceled on insurance, they'll do. You got to, it's a game, man. You got to play it.
I know. Okay, right. I'm going to go back and read this entire sentence from Alice in a minute because my brain switched off. No jokes about it never being switched on in the first place, please.
Never would I.
I was
never would I. Ever, never.
It was for the chat because I know some of them are really quick on that keyword.
Oh, so was I. I was talking to the chat too. Never would they. Ever, never. Not with me here. God damn. They know better.
Well, we have to stay until we're 18 now, so we're going to college. They have to go into college, our kids now. But yeah, we go to our high school starts at 11.
Yeah.
Through to 16, and then from 16 to 18, you have to go into higher education now. So you have to either go into college, or if you can find a university course, that'll take you, because you're a brain box, go for a university course.
Yeah, I tell people, try to choose a profession that people are going to need, like sanitation engineer, mortician, stuff like that. There's always garbage. There's always people dying. Just go with something that's just never like the technology of a canoe. It'll never get any better. A canoe is a canoe till the day it dies. It just won't get any better. So try to stick with a focus. Don't get into something where a year later you get replaced. It's just
people need electricians, plumbers.
Yeah, like that's what I did. I got into a trade and I never looked back. My trade was rare, like being a glazer. Strange. Yeah, very good for me, man. I was always busy, never ever out of work. Even when my first business exploded with the trade I had, I didn't even have to go look for work. As the company came to my door. I remember I was answered the door in my pajamas. It was like 2-3 days after the old business closed. She shut it down. And I was going to take the winter off. I've never collected EI in the 20 years I worked there. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to use it and just chill out all winter. And it wasn't 3-4 days later, I got a knock at the door, and it was the manager from the other glass shop. They said, I heard you guys closed. He goes, yeah. I said, shut her down. And what are you doing? I said, you're looking at it. He goes, why don't you come down and see Phil tomorrow? And I went down there on Thursday, and he goes, you want to start Monday? Okay. Didn't have to do an interview or nothing. It's just because we need glazers, right? You're just a commodity, man. Like fucking, and especially up here in the north, he said, like a lot of city glazers still do 1 or 2 things, but up north, you do everything. You do machines, you do windshields, you do fucking automobiles, you do all of it. And
if you need a glass putting in, you go do it.
Yeah, because I met guys in the city that were glazers said, I've only cut glass. I've never installed it. What? Never. I only cut it up. Someone else comes in and installs it. It's like, that's crazy.
You're losing out on half your money there. I mean,
it's just like, wow. Yeah, so many qualified glazers come up here and go, I've never done a machine before, like a log machine. Never? Never. I don't even know how the window's installed into rubber. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Wouldn't it technically be the same thing no matter what window you're fitting, as long as the seal around the outside is correctly squidged on?
Well, the way it's done is on the old school, they're glued in now, but now in the old days, they were in with a rubber. The rubber on a side shot, like a cross profile, it looked like a letter H. And the U shape would go around the metal, and then the U shape on top is where the glass would sit. And in between is like a 3/8 inch of barrier between whatever it's installed into the glass. And then there's what's called a lock strip. It's a little ring that you pull through the rubber, and it basically widens the rubber out and locks it in place. That's it. But the thing is that you measure it, and you're out in the bush. You're either cutting it in the bush or you're bringing it from the shop, but you better make sure it's cut right. We're talking 1/4 inch clearances. Like you're 1/4 inch off, big or small, it's not going to fit.
I was actually going to. Oh yeah, you do 1/4 inch. I was going to say millimeters, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Oh no, we do millimeters here too. But the Germans, they're the guys that come in with millimeters. We're still inches. It's strange how we're the metric system, but we use imperial to measure everything. Always feet, inches, always, never millimeters, centimeters.
Yeah, it's in kilometers an hour, and
yeah, when people come in and say, I need 316 millimeters by 422. Oh, for fuck! Hey, where's that tape measure? I'd have to. Yeah, give me the one with the fucking millimeters on the bottom. Oh, I got the chart. Fuck the chart.
Oh. Good evening, Angie.
Angie.
Yeah, we do have Angie. I've actually got probably the most viewers I have ever had on a stream.
It's because of me.
All 10 of you, thank you very much.
Because of me, it's the drama I bring.
Well,
what's that fat furry fuck saying today? He's bugging Laz up there.
Well, whenever I have guests up, I usually end up with more viewers than I do on my own anyway.
Amazing. What's that say about you then?
I'm a boring son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Nice but boring.
Yeah, essentially. Well, kind of.
I'm angry but fun. So that's why we work well together.
So we've got a nice but boring man angry but fun.
Yeah,
Between
I
the
have
two of
lots
us,
of
we get
fun,
an
but no one
average
wants to
person.
have it with me. I'm too grumpy.
You're not grumpy.
Hey, my wife, like I always said, she'll look at me in the store, grab my arm, go wait in the car. Why? You're doing it again. I want
Oh,
to
no, I
shop
get
here.
that.
You're going to make us get kicked out of here. I'm like, why is the guy fucking me and mean?
I get that in my own living room. I get that. My missus will be watching something on television. I'll make one comment.
Oh, yeah.
One comment. And it'll be, get out. Go sit outside.
Hey, it's one comment because I know it carries on.
Ha, ha, ha. The truth is told now. Ha, ha, ha.
So it's one comment because she knows it carries on. It
Yeah,
doesn't end
she
at
better
one
keep
comment.
an eye on you.
Oh, my missus keeps an eye on me very well.
I see why. Jesus.
Because one comment, I've ruined half of Disney for her just by making smart ass stupid comments.
Dirty dog, you.
Yeah, she can't watch anything without me saying something to.
Yeah. Oh, my wife's too. If I sit there and watch a movie with her, I call out all the non-reality bits, like, oh, that car wouldn't jump like that, or Jesus Christ, he shot 82 times. He's got 6 bullets. What's going? She just looks at me. Go to your fucking room. Get out of here.
That bit doesn't annoy her. That bit doesn't annoy her. Is when I start picking the film apart.
Oh.
But
yeah,
have you seen that camera? And then why did they put that line in there? That line didn't need to be in there. That ruined the film.
I do the same thing.
And it's when I start doing that, she goes out because she knows it doesn't stop. It just carries on and carries on because the film will carry on and carry on, or the program will carry on with the same vein. And it's like, this is just going to make me angry.
But listen, you're not weird. You're normal. That's just built into you.
Oh, I'm weird. I know.
You can't teach that to you, though. That's built in. Like a spider that knows how to build a web. You were destined to pick shit apart. Look how detailed you are with what you're doing. No wonder you're the way you are. You're so definitive in the little bits you take up on the little. That's why you can't watch a show and just let it slide. You pick up on all the little inconsistencies. You're the motherfucker that sees paint chipping off a car and's got to go over and start picking at it. It's like, get away from the paint.
I don't. Who's the better painter? Who's the better painter, me or you? Me. My missus isn't the artistic one. My missus is the scientific one.
Oh, I'm vice versa.
Well, I mean, I know a little bit of science. I know enough to go to. I'm not going to say this certain thing because, well, I know what the reaction is, but I know certain sentences will get me very, very much in trouble just because, well, my missus has a degree in planetary sciences.
So, does she? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so
it's smarter than me then.
So I can say a couple of things that I know will be like spacey stuff is a term she does not like. She doesn't like the term spacey stuff.
I don't like it either.
By spacey stuff, do you mean nebula? Do you mean gas? Do you mean this? Do you mean? And it's like, I just said spacey stuff, like just in general spacey stuff, things that are outside our atmosphere. Well, be more specific. What do you mean though? Because we've got asteroids, we've got microplanets, we've got this, we've got that, we've got that. What are you talking? It's like, okay.
Does she use her degree in the field, or is she like working at a car dealership or something like that? That's terrible when people got a nice degree, but they're forced to work wherever.
She's got a very nice degree, but she is a stay-at-home mother.
See, that's what I mean. Yeah. Hey, goes through same here. I know people that take their master's degree and all of a sudden, hey, can I get you water with that? No, what? You just get out of college? Yeah, I got my master's, but no work yet. It's like, holy fuck. It's crazy.
If you're going to get a master's in something, you better make sure there's room within that industry to actually take you.
And there is jobs available if they want to move, right? But it's like, Jesus, man, what a career choice.
Oh, wait a minute. I've just been given like the ultimate option for an Englishman. Yes, I will have another cup of tea, please.
Oh, Jesus, tea. Hey, you don't extend your pinky. I'm calling somebody. All English extend their pinkies when they drink tea.
I can't with a half-liter mug.
Oh, okay. Always an excuse with you. Always.
It's a half-liter mug, and do I look like a prim and proper Englishman?
Who do I call when you don't stick your pinky in anyway? Do I call the Queen or
Yeah,
The
go on.
magistrate. What, 999? Is that how it works over there?
Call the Queen. Call the Queen.
Go. Queen, yeah. She'll solve it.
Yeah.
He's not extending his what? Yeah. None.
If you get a response from the grave, that'll be a miracle.
Oh, the king will be knocking right on your door. Oh, the
He's
Queen's
not got
lizard. The Queen's lizard people. Don't you know that conspiracy?
Oh, yes. I know
Listen,
that's
she
conspiracy.
just molted. There's nothing in that casket. There's a
No.
brand new queen now, all young and fresh, new skin.
It's William's kid. That's
There
what
you
it is.
go. Well, you never know. That family's got some strange secrets, I would imagine.
Oh, definitely.
You think so?
Right. Lizzie's dad was into eugenics before the World War II. The only reason that he stopped it was because of World War II. So I know.
Hey,
Prince
Prince Andrew. That guy could probably fucking shake an eyeball once or twice with the stories that guy's probably laid into or created.
Andrew
Right?
probably, with Andrew's stories, he's probably got about another 3,000 years in prison.
God, that family probably just want to push him over the bridge in a sack. What a
Yeah.
disgrace.
YouTube, this is a joke, but last time they did that, they kind of got a bit of a media presence, didn't it, when they tried it in the tunnel?
Yeah, no shit, eh? Oopsie doodle. Oh yeah, just oopsie doodle, eh? One of the most protected people on the planet Earth. Oopsie doodle.
I don't think that was a planned job. I think she was pleasuring Mr. Al-Fayed in the back seat, and the driver decided to clock it in the rear view mirror and not watch where he was going.
Hey, it happened over here with our BC ferry. It sailed from Vancouver Island up to Prince Rupert, and it hit a rock halfway between the inside passage. When all the dealing was done, the captain and the first mate lady were having sex on the bridge, and they ran it aground. Killed 2 people. Yep, but it came out they were making the old nookie, and no one paid attention. Yeah, ran into a rock, man, sunk the whole thing.
That's 2 people who, well, by the time of it, they survived, but they definitely ain't got the jobs anymore.
Oh, fuck, man. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. The alarms went off. Everybody had to get up, and I guess 2 people were asleep in their car, which you're not allowed to do. So they were probably drinking or doing drugs. So they didn't get kicked off the ferry, right? And they just passed out in their car, but ended up drowning. Imagine that, though, seeing the water come in as you wake up. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Nope. Good evening, Lee. And nope, and definitely nope. Would I be sat in a car on a ferry? Yeah,
no shit, eh? Well, they tell you, if you get caught, you'll get fined, eh?
Well, that's good thing.
So they must have snuck it. Because it costs, it's like an 18-hour boat ride. So a lot of people sleep on deck in the chairs, but you can rent a room, but it's fucking expensive, eh? So a lot of people just sneak back down when it's early, past security, and go get in their car. That's like, and some people have their animals in their car that they go check on, you know what I mean? So, and these are big ferries, man. They hold a lot of fucking cars. Like, you think, how could you not notice when there's 300-400 fucking cars on deck? It's a lot of checking.
And you want me to spot 4 people that have just come straight?
That's right. And you know, and the other part is, man, the thing's been sailing 60 years. We never had a problem. What's going to go wrong? And lo and behold, hit a fucking rock.
You've just said it, so now it's going wrong.
And it was a rumor about the lovemaking, and then finally when it came out, they never just outed it, but yeah, they were fucking charged and held accountable. I was like, Jesus, for 7 minutes of fun. Look what you did. Ruined your whole fucking life. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You never get it. I don't know. They make good money, man. Like fucking the people that work on ferries and that to go through. I guess they put 2 of the ferries up on Facebook Marketplace. They're trying to sell them. Want to buy a ferry, lass? There's 2 of them for sale in British Columbia.
How the hell am I going to get it from British Columbia to Britain?
Hey, you own a ferry, man. You can fucking across now.
I own a ferry.
Yeah.
Not an ocean liner.
Well, ferry you make the ocean. Just pick your days, sunny preferably.
I mean, if it's in British Columbia, I suppose I could skirt it up around all the coasts.
No, you'd have to fly. You'd have to send it down past the South America, go across the canal there, through the floodgates, and then come up through. And yeah, you go straight across the Atlantic chute. You know, bad of a. That's one of the worst fucking oceans there is on planet Earth, though.
What, the Atlantic?
The Atlantic Ocean is the roughest, I heard.
That's because it's
Around
small.
Africa, around Cape Horn, Africa is probably the
Yep.
worst ever. And they're having to do that now because, well, until they get the Red Sea figured out with the Houthis and that. But some of the container ships were taking the long fucking 18 days added to the trip plus the fuel.
18 days.
It was plus $1 million extra to the cost. I'm like, holy shit!
Well, yeah, because if you think
And we
18
get
days
the cost.
travel-
Yeah, we get footed the bill.
Oh yeah, they don't pay it, do they, bugger?
No, everything starts going up and up and up and up.
Why would they pay the bill when they know for the fact they can just go, we'll just slap it on at the other end? Because
It
all
shows
these
you how
cars-
big the ocean is, though, that when they have trouble with these pirates or these people confiscating the boats, that nobody can be there at every certain place in time. You know, where you think of the ocean, it's like it's a boat on the ocean. It's not like there's 10 freeways. But that shows you how big the ocean is, man. It's huge.
Oh yeah, well, our planet's more water than it is land. So if anyone
70%.
anyone who doesn't understand that and then thinks, well, the ocean can't be that big, there is
It's
more
big.
water than land.
Yeah. That's like some author said. He goes, it's funny, it's ironic it's called Earth when there's more water than there is Earth. So it should be called like water. All that water and you can't drink a drop of it.
Well, we can. We just got to process it first.
Yeah.
Which takes a lot.
And yeah, everyone. I know it happens, but it's not feasible. Like if that was the case, Coca-Cola would be fucking doing it tomorrow, or Hershey's. Them guys eat water worse than a goddamn dried up sponge.
But you see,
I didn't realize how much they use.
Here's the thing. I think it is feasible. I just think they don't want to do it because it would solve a lot of other problems.
Oh, that get me going on that too. I hate that shit when they got a reasonable answer to do it, but no one goes because there's no money in it. It's like, well, I'm not doing it because it's just not. Like we sell bottled water, for Christ's sakes. Whoever thought that would become a thing?
Yeah. Here's the thing that falls from the sky. Do you want to buy it in this plastic stuff?
Yeah. Bottle of rain. There you go, for sale. Drinking rain.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. To pull it off.
Imagine that marketing meeting. Oh, I got this idea. We're going to take water and sell it. What? Water from the tap. Yeah. How? They're going to buy it? Oh, yeah. Watch. Everyone's like, you're fucking crazy. No one's going to buy water, dude.
Not only going to buy water, but we're going to put bubbles in it and charge them even more.
Yeah, we'll sell it. We'll put a Swiss mountain on there, and no one's ever drank this water in 7,000 years. It's so pristine, and it's high above the elevation, so no clouds can rain chemicals down from it. It's just God's liquid. Yeah, right. Bottled in the back of the fucking factory. No one's driving up the Swiss Alps and filling bottles, you tit. Come on.
You say that. I've actually got, there is a bottling spring about 20 miles away from me. And they literally do just go from the river. It goes into the factory, goes into the bottle.
16 filters later, yeah, here you go. Not even?
I think it gets one boil through.
Well, there you go.
Evaporate it off, turn it back into water, and it ends up back in the bottle.
I don't doubt it at all.
But
and now look at all the landfills filled with plastic bottles everywhere.
My drinking water from my tap is better than most bottled water.
Same with me. I live in the country, man, and we get it. It's so clean here. In town, they treat it with fluoride and bleach, and you can taste it. I don't like the bleach taste. The chlorine, ugh.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because even though I live close to a city centre, and I'm not in the sticks. I am well within built-up area.
Suburbia.
Yeah, beautiful water, absolutely beautiful water. Compared to a lot of other places in the country, if I had enough money for the petrol, I could just go to my tap, fill it up with water, fill bottles up with water, drive down to London and sell it for a profit. Because the water from the tap is better than most of the stuff they'll even buy from the shops.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, that's nice. So I don't buy water, I'll just drink it from the tap.
I should drink a lot more water, but I don't.
I should. Mine goes in tea.
I know. My wife drinks water all the time, nonstop.
Mine drinks tea.
See, I got the same thing. I drink coffee, but I'm like, well, coffee's 80% water. It's got to be 90%. Like, they're not making it out of imagination.
No, it's the caffeine that's stopping you from quite getting it through properly. And that's the bit that us coffee and tea drinkers kind of glossed over a little bit. We're like, yeah, it's mostly water.
London
Yeah.
is hard water.
Yes.
When he says hard water, like iron in it?
Limescale.
Oh, because over here we got problems, especially in Nova Scotia, with iron water, where it'll turn your clothes orange. Like if you don't have water softener, it's that much iron in the water that it gets this orange scum over everything, like a rust color.
Right. No, ours is limescale.
So what does that affect? The taste, the look?
The
That
taste,
I know when it
off
gets
of
on
your
glass,
kettle,
it'll fuck it up.
You've got to put special stuff in it to essentially
Right.
break down the limescale and clean it off, because
Yes.
your kettle will end up coated in the
Coated in it.
Whereas mine doesn't. I never have to descale my kettle because
Cool.
we don't get limescale up here.
There you go. So what would you do? Just add a filter to your intake so it would go through a filter system before it gets to your mouth, or do you just deal with it after the fact?
No, I just open the top of the kettle,
Okay.
put the tap on, close the kettle, put it on, done.
See, like if we had hard water here, we would have a filter in the intake. So, but we'd have to change it every month or whatever. But it would take the iron, because, like I said, you wash your clothes whites, they come out like fucking muddy brown.
Oh, that's not good.
No, and even like the back of a toilet, you lift it off after a year in process, and it looks like pond scum. It's just this orange buildup of sludge. And it's just the iron in the water.
Nope, don't have that problem.
There you go.
You have a good night, Angie.
Yes, have a good day.
If it is you that's actually going, I don't know if you're saying good night to us or good night to somebody who said they were leaving and I can't see it on screen anymore. But good night, you guys. Stop hitting the light with the bloody brush.
Don't do it.
I'm trying to dull it all back down again, and it's not liking it because at the moment they're very bright bricks.
You're having a hell of a time over there.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're having a hell of a time.
Yeah, it's working. It's working so far, but I need to get this base layer in before I can start doing any gloopy moss stuff, which is the intention for tonight.
Sweet.
So
what piece of shit mail are you dabbing off of there? That what Publishers House Clearings Day or something? I see you're dabbing off an envelope. Useless mail.
Amazon packaging.
There you go. I knew it was something like that. I do the same thing.
Yeah. If I need something to I make sure there's no names or addresses.
I thought you would add a fancy palette like them artists have. Yeah, like that. That's not very fancy, though. That's not very fancy.
Oh, that's a wet palette. I can take that sheet of paper off and remove it so it keeps.
Are you stealing makeup brushes from your wife?
Not anymore because it fell apart. This is actually a 1 inch.
1 inch.
An actual 1 inch paintbrush.
Well, I just don't know.
This is for large areas. And
so what's that? You're just putting like a dusting on there to give it that pale look, or?
This technique is called dry brushing. So you
wipe
off the majority of your paint, and then you go over it, and it kind of just catches the raised areas.
Right.
But if you've got color underneath it as well, so I've got blacks, I've got grays, I've got greens, I've got browns. If I go over the ivory, it kind of brings it all into one similar tone.
Yeah.
Rather than having the green. See, that side's not been done yet. The green stands out and the gray stands out. It's like really.
No, that brickwork looks really cool, man. It turned out really good.
Compared to. No, this was the conversation I had on last week's stream, I believe, when I was cutting up the bricks originally.
Yeah.
With Synscape Studios, and they were.
I was watching it.
And you know the argument, and you know the discussion.
Oh yeah, I do.
Now that you know the discussion, could you imagine if I'd have got one of where's it gone? One of these.
Yeah.
And just laid it on.
I know, and then drew the bricks on there. I was thinking of that too.
Yeah.
Like
then that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been disaster.
Would have just disappeared.
Because to pull that shit off of there now would be a nightmare.
I could go down it with a
razor blade and shut, and then just glue it on top of it.
Yeah, essentially get like a.
It didn't really screw it up though. I knew what
No.
happened when you showed it, but it looks fine. It looks like it's natural, like some kind of heat hit it or something. It's obviously an exploded building.
Yeah, you can tell it's definitely a ruined building. And I can
it suits it.
Whether it's acid erosion or, I mean, I was showing pictures of some limescale buildings that had been hit, or some limestone buildings that had been hit and weathered. And
your house must be full of these things, like little knick-knacky art projects everywhere. Don't lie to me. I bet you got shit everywhere. As he looks around for a free space to negate my fact I just shot out. Yeah, exactly. Look, they're on the PC. Holy Jesus. My good God.
All them back.
Are you a type of person to go, now where did I put that? Now where? Because that looks like a disaster to me.
That's my entire army back there at the minute.
Jesus Christ.
Except for War Boss Karen.
Shoof.
Who's there?
Hey, man.
The little necromancer that's there. And then you've got, I've got.
Shit. Yeah, you got shit everywhere, man. That's great, though.
That's just on my desk.
I can imagine, dude.
Under my desk is even worse because I've got boxes.
Do you ever order shit and then go, as it's coming in, you find a bottle that you already had or something, go, oh, for fuck's sakes, I already had 2 of these.
No.
Okay. So it's what you call an organized disaster.
Okay. Yeah, it's organized chaos.
That's right. Organized chaos. My room's the same way. Shit everywhere, but I know where everything is.
I may not know where it is, but I've got a very good idea to where to start looking.
Oh, I hate when I have to say, now, where is that again? God damn, because I know. Here we go. Search time. Box after box after box. Eventually, I just go, fuck it, I'm going to buy another one. I'm not looking for it. I know it's here, but especially when it comes down to a certain price point, it's like, psh, I wouldn't pay myself $12 to look for it. It only costs $6, so I'm going to buy another one.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, when it's cheaper to buy another one than spend your time.
Yeah, spend the time. Like, no.
I think I'll just buy another one. Okay, so I've nearly finished with the painting stage of this. Now,
what's your next step for this? Is it just to add little details, or that's pretty much done deal?
Next step is to make my moth concoction.
It seems like quite a lot of process to go through for just an imagination feature is all it is, really. It doesn't add to the game's value at all, right?
Yes and no.
So if you were to use it as, say, oh, I'm going to stand behind this wall, so when I roll the dice, I actually have a little bit of protection because this wall is here.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I could use a shoebox to do that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I mean. Like the detail you're putting into this. Do you use more of these things, or do you just enjoy? Because like me, I never wrote an album, but I love making songs up. You know what I mean? But I'll never write an album. So are you at the point where you spend more time doing this than playing the actual game?
Yes, but that's only because of my opponents.
Have you ever? How long have you been doing this artsy stuff like this?
Well, like this?
Yeah, like the painting and the building and just arts and crafts. How long have you been doing it?
Oh, just arts and crafts in general?
Yeah, in general.
I was born with it.
So you're doing this till the day you die, right?
I'll be doing some kind of artsy crafty thing until I'm no longer able to.
Like in any of your free time, does this take up your free time mostly?
No.
Are you a video gamer? You fish, hunt? Like what takes up most your? What do you like to do the most when you got free time? Besides your family, I know that's a typical answer, but I mean, like, if you got free time, what would you love to be doing?
Oh, this.
Yeah. So this is your hobby. This is it, man.
Oh no, right. This gets called not a hobby. This gets called the hobby. Anyone who does this calls it the hobby.
Wow.
Right, because it is that all-consuming.
Yeah, it's amazing to me what makes people wake up in the morning and want to, still further. Because I think you live such a boring life. And to me, honestly, this would bore the shit out of me.
Well, what makes it good for me is once it's finished,
Yeah.
and I believe I have one up on my Instagram, so I should be able to show somebody else's work rather than mine, but it's on my Instagram. Don't ask. Come on, view my screen. View my screen.
No.
View,
It's not going to work. It will work. Have faith.
Okay, so that one there. Okay, so imagine playing with cardboard boxes, but all your models are nicely painted.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks so much better if you're looking at it, if you're looking at something like that instead.
Yeah, that's put your imagination into the. I feel it.
Okay, so it makes it so much easier to throw yourself into it immersively to go,
I get you.
Right, yes, rather than it being.
But it seems like to me that you enjoy building it rather than using it.
No, I enjoy playing more than.
Oh, you enjoy playing it, man? Because I only seen you once or twice to a stream where you guys played, but it was on that digital fucking the tabletop simulator.
That's the problem.
That looked complicated as shit to me. I came back after an hour and she was still explaining how it worked. Like, oh, good God.
Well, on that specific one, it was me learning the new edition.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of me going, well, why does that work like that? And why does that work like that? And why does this work like that?
Well, I was watching you move your character and you kept fidgeting with it. I'm like, Laz, just fucking put it somewhere.
No, because positioning is.
I understand. I get it. That's where me and you just differ because I'd be like pulling my freaking hair out.
And that was mainly because I was playing and I wanted to make sure I got I was getting the rules right and I was doing it properly. And I was getting it down A, B, C, D, boom, I've got this shit. Now I can run through it. So then when I come to play my friends in real life, we're actually at a table and it's so much easier to go pick up that 5 movement.
Yeah, you're already picked up on it.
I know the rules, so I already know to keep an eye out. Right, they do sustained hits once, that does lethal hit, that does blah 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 blah. Boom, right, let's do it.
Go. You know what really bugs me is when I get a new game and there's no tutorial, where you have to go on, hey, learn how to play this game in 7 easy minutes. Like, and I love it because the game's overwhelmingly popular. Like, there's some strategy games out there, but the fine little details are so minute and micromanaged. I'm like, I'll never get it. Like, and it bugs me that I look and go, 98% of people, this is the best game on the planet Earth, and poor old BC just can't deal with it. Like, it makes me angry. I want to have the fun too. And when I do learn the game eventually, I look back and go, you're an idiot. Why didn't you figure this out? It's such a good game now. Because, man, I'm not a first-person shooter. Just not. I used to be fast and quick, but now it's just.
Yeah.
I'm all about strategy and role playing, and like you said, what triggered me on that was when you showed me the model, and you said immersive. Because, man, I like that feeling.
Yep.
Half of the video games I play are not graphically great, but it's my mind that takes over and makes it fun.
I mean, one of my favorite games of all time is Xenogears. Now, you've got a release over there, but we didn't. We didn't get the release, so I
know Xenogears.
And its graphics aren't great.
No.
But the storyline and the depth is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a long game too.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's a long game.
It's a long fucking game. I remember starting it up 20 times and never getting halfway through it. PlayStation 1 days, man. I emulate it now. I do have it, but again, I never played it. And I remember last time I played it, I remember pushing triangle wide. You know, them special moves that each character had.
Oh, your death blows.
Yeah, the death blows. That's right. And I remember we were on a mountain. I made it as far as the mountain. And it's right at the first. It's barely an hour into it and you're there. But I remember making it there 4 or 5 times and on to the next game. I just can't stay focused. There's too much, Laz.
In that game, there's way too much.
And just the grand scheme of video games overall, we're flooded, man. Remember back in the day, we'd have to wait for the brand new Nintendo game or Sega game to come out. Now, every Tuesday, 60 releases. At least.
And half of them are hentai anyway.
Yeah, no shit. And, you know, I I shut that off on my Steam. I'm not the pornographic stuff. If I want it, I'll go find it. Stop giving it to me in Steam. It's so stupid.
It's ridiculous. The amount of that stuff is like, why? What? No. No, it doesn't appeal to me. I have never.
It does
bought
not
one of them
appeal to
things.
me at all. Like I'm just not that. I never
So-
grew up like that.
Why do they keep advertising it to me? I don't know.
You know, and I'm not sexist or anything like that, but in a game that gives me just female characters to choose from, I really don't like it.
And then gives you which order you want them to remove the clothes in as well. It's like, no.
Yeah, or it's like, well, BC, you're going to play the game 90 plus hours. You want to stare at a man's ass all the time? Yes, I'm a man. I want to be a guy. I want to be. I always try to image myself in that game, like make the character. That's why I like this new stuff where they're doing the photo thing with your face. And they'll take your whole body and it'll just project you into the character. Like, you know how many hours we spend on games like Fallout and that making the face, Skyrim. Now this one just looks at your camera and goes, bloop, bloop, bloop. Here you go, Unreal 5 engine. There's your face. That's you in the game. I'm like, oh my God.
This is my moss paste.
I was going to say, that looks like something I do, but I smoke it at the end. I don't paint with it.
Well, see, if I didn't know better, I would have agreed with you, but I made it, so
Yes.
I ain't putting this into a paper.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's not happening.
No, you will not. Have a good evening.
Well, now I've just got to try and essentially splotch it in.
Yeah, the first time I had an incident with that styrofoam melting, we used to, on the weekend, we used to go to a gravel pit and have a little bonfire with marshmallows, hot dogs, drink a beer, you know. So I used to go up to the school, and our schools were out in the sticks, and they had gas pumps on the school property. So what I would do is I would go up to the gas pump, and in a plastic glass bottle, I would take and lean the hose and get a little bit of gas out of the hose, just enough to pour it on the fire to get it going, right? Simple. So one day I had a styrofoam cup, and I didn't know. Poured the gasoline into it, walked back to the fire, didn't get 3 steps, all over me. What the fuck? And I was like, hey, guys, gasoline cannot be carried in a styrofoam container. Look at what it's doing to it. It just chewed right through it.
Yep.
And I was like, shit, lucky I didn't have a whole fucking, 2 gallons of this stuff. It was only a cup full, but all over my pants. Just walking with it, just chewing through the cup.
And
I never knew that, though.
Fire for a bit anyway.
Oh, yeah. I just never knew gasoline chewed apart styrofoam, but it does. Just like that. Yeah, it turned it into goo.
I'm just going to turn the light down a bit because
it's lucky the chemical reaction stopped when it did, because that could have chewed it up 100%.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to dim that light again.
Where did you buy that from, though? Like, you didn't make that.
What, the MDF kit?
Yeah, like the whole walls. Where'd that come from?
It was on sale from a company called TT Combat, who specialize in making MDF cutouts.
Is that right in England where you order your parts from?
TT Combat, they, as far as I'm aware, they distribute worldwide.
Do you shop all over the planet or strictly in your region because of shipping costs?
Mostly in the UK because of shipping costs.
Do you have any local stores that you could just walk in from foot? I didn't think so either. Here we had a hobby store, but they pretty much down to selling yarn and them fucking RC cars, the tracks.
Oh,
that
right, yeah.
brand name. Yeah, that's basically what they used to have. Model trains and cars and the whole thing, and just business went downhill. But now they're a fabric store basically.
I don't even have a model store.
No,
all I've got is a stationery shop.
Wow. We have a guy that owns a model train store here, but he's by phone call appointment, and it's in his basement. It's not really a storefront, but he'll order shit for you. But dude, you should see his layout in there. He's got a train layout. You'd die. His whole basement's full of it. It's not the biggest, but it's the coolest one I've ever seen. And then what made me remind me, because he uses spices and shit to make grass too, like all this little fake moss and sticks, and it's beautiful though. Guy spent his whole life retired from the CN, and just got into model trains so well. But I don't go over there anymore because I ain't got the room for it here. I'd want to do model train, but I had it on a 4x8 sheet of plywood that I nailed down. But I used to bring it out once in a while and set the train up. But you got to have that shit set up all the time if you want to enjoy it. I was like, my wife's like, why don't you play with your train? I'm like, fuck, I'm 40 years old dragging out a piece of play like a kid. And I'm like, no, I got to have this preset, but you can't put it in here. There's just no room.
Well, it's like the board that I play this on. It's a 6 foot by 4 foot board.
Yeah.
It's two big bloody pace tables.
Okay.
That we put together to make the board. And that's a big bloody board.
I know.
To set up in your living room. And you've seen games can take hours.
Yeah.
So, especially at the points cost that we play in the map.
Well, it's like this guy's, besides going in there and being in a 4x4 entryway, the rest of it's just model trains everywhere. You're ducking and weaving and squeezing just to get through the area. Like, he's got her filled. And I'm like, look at this. It's so beautiful, but fuck, it took up your whole basement, man.
I mainly play at one of my friend's house where that's where I've left my pace tables. Because that's where we play.
One of the cool things he's got all the railroad hats from like the 40s to now.
Oh,
Every kind, man. Even from England, Japan, wherever they're at. Anything to do with rail. It's beautiful. The only creepy things he's got in his living room, there's 2 mannequins. And there's a man and a woman mannequin. Yeah, but they're dressed in the CN rail, like when you're part of the passenger crew. They got the suits on them. But I'm like, a mannequin in your living room, dude, it's weird. Yeah, it's just fucking freaky looking.
Yep. No,
but it's a cool place, man. He's a cool guy. But yeah, fuck, man. He loves trains so much.
Well, Anfield Road layout, who was in here earlier, that's his whole shtick. He's a train guy. He's got about 3 different layouts in his house. Got one in his loft, one in his spare room, one somewhere else. And it's like, oh, geez, I wish I had enough room just to do one of them.
There's that one in Germany. It's called Miniature World or Miniature Town. It's in Germany itself. The biggest in the world of the small models. They've got airplanes, boats, and everything in this shit, man. You should go online and see it. It is the best. If you like models, this is like the grandest of the grand place. I wish Germany was closer because I'd be there once a week, man.
There's Warhammer World over here. Which
okay.
The Warhammer... basically the factory and the museum where they do the Warhammer game.
Wow, it's totally a big English thing because Warhammer over here caught on, but I can't follow it. There's too many spin-offs, and now they have the games are just crazy. I don't even know where to begin anymore. I own a couple of them, but it's worse than D&D. The realm of it is so deep.
Oh,
I had to go back on Google and go, what the fuck is part 1?
What,
where is Warhammer part 1? Because I like to play them in sequel, and they're like, nah, it's not going to work like that, dude.
Nope.
And I said, now, if I buy part 8, am I going to have... No, you won't have to know anything. It's standalone, but it's in the lore. I'm like, I wish I knew it all, but fuck, that's crazy. You have to be into it, man.
I'm just going to get you a brief... Will you bring that picture up nice and big for me, please? Please, just nice and big. No,
not too big. Not too.
No, it's 800 by 366, so it's really small. I'm trying to find you a good picture from Warhammer World. Oh, there we go. There's a nice one. No, don't go. View image, you fucking idiot. Thank you. Present, share screen. Not that one, that one. So this is just one of the displays at Warhammer World.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
look at that, eh?
While I'm in there, there's also ones like that. So,
oh my God, that looks cool. Look at that.
Now, you see all them little blue people?
Yeah.
Those are the models you've seen me paint.
Oh my Jesus.
So you've got an idea on the size of them. They're about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there they all are. There's some ridiculous.
Dude, I just bought, like, I own both Warhammer 40,000, the big strategy, like with the vampires and the big
Total
game.
Warhammer.
Total Warhammer, yeah. Oh my God, that is friggin' confusing to play.
That is because that's old world.
Yeah, man, oh man. I didn't even buy the second one, even when it was on sale. I'm like, I barely played the first one. It's so massive.
The second one does actually, it expands the first one.
I actually sat down one night and I got into it. I understood it and I was playing it. I just grow bored of it, but it's a good game. It's definitely good strategy, man. It reminds me they stole it from that Total War with the Japanese, the Warriors. Yeah, that's where I got hooked at it back in the 2000s.
It's the same company that makes them.
And now they can do million battle fights. Like the processing power, they did something with the engine that they use, but it's crazy how they can put 1 million characters moving on the screen and no slowdown from your PC. It's fucking unreal.
I wish you would have done that with mine because
I know. Like DLS now on my graphics card, dude. When I click that on, you should see how many frames you can get out of these games that restrict. Like, it's like putting another video card in your machine. It's almost like NVIDIA fucked up and released something they shouldn't have. Because I now with the DLS that I downloaded and it's integrated into the 2070, I can go into Flight Simulator and click the DLS. Man, I instantly get 40 frames faster without changing any hardware, and it looks beautiful.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you so much.
Hey, Nick, how's it going?
As soon as it arrives, I will, because obviously it's going to arrive with Lazy Mini Painting rather than my other account, which has my name on it. I will know immediately when it arrives, Ali, and I will do a unboxing video specifically for you. Thank you very much.
Allison Bennett, is that the girl that changed her name to the real Captain?
No,
that's good. Oh, okay. I laughed at that.
That was Jessica.
Oh, okay.
That's the other painter who usually comes up here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Oh, she said no.
No, I am not that person. I am not.
Okay, we figured it out.
No, Captain told me about that one. It's like, did you know that this has happened? So I ain't got a clue, mate. That'll be requiring me to pay attention to them on YouTube.
That was funny though. Yeah, she could change it back. Stuck.
Yep. As soon as you told me that, that's when it was like, oh right, no, that's fine. Then that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Never put my hand in the big wet bit.
Hey, no apologies, Alice. No apologies at all.
Yeah,
just figuring it out.
Yeah, we get there eventually.
Eventually, taking the slow bus.
Come on, just get in there. Get in there. Oh, that big bit of moss up there.
Look at that mossy wall.
And then
I heard a Rolling Stone gathers no moss, but a damaged brick does.
A damaged brick gets loads.
There you go. See.
Damaged brick gets loads.
Moss will grow on anything, man. It's crazy. Fucking root itself right to rock.
Moss will grow on my balls if I let it.
Fuck, I'm not going there. I'll believe you on that one. You want me up here to check your mossy balls? No way, sir.
No, I believe if I remember correctly, last time we spoke, I said if you wanted to get up here and jam on your guitar, you could feel free to do it.
Oh, the old guitar player.
See, the last couple have had music in the background.
Oh, I see.
I haven't because you popped up and I thought, well, I did say to him if you wanted to just sit up here and play whatever.
Let's see. I'll try it, but I got to tune it. I can't play on tune. It'll drive me nuts.
Yeah, please tune it because untuned guitars do not sound good unless you can play it well enough. And I don't think there's anybody on the planet who can play an untuned guitar well enough. Not anymore, anyway. That's my personal opinion.
There you go. What'd you like to hear?
I would like to hear anything that quite good. Lifetime performance from
There you go. You weren't singing though.
That's because I'm tone deaf.
Ah.
Must stick and sing or cook sing. If I was to accidentally get a note right, it would be go with that accent. I don't sing with any stone. Yeah, man.
Sing, Les.
I told you, I'm tone deaf.
No, you can sing. Stop it. Here, I'll get you going. Ready? Here. Me and Les are painting little brick houses. Yeah, ho. Go.
This is taking longer than I thought with the shit houses.
There you go.
Now that we've got the paint, we've melted all the bricks so we can carry on. And paint them brown with that, and then we put the moss on. You see, the thing is, I can't, when I'm put on the spot, I can't do it. If you ask me to just sit there and don't play music and say, just think about what you're doing, I'll have a better chance of doing it because I can't do it with tunes in my head already. It's like we started out. We carried on, we shout. We take what we can. We do what we must, but we won't lie down. So,
Oh, you're a blues singer.
no, I just sang what I felt was right for what you were playing. Sing it, don't bring me down, baby, don't bring me down. Now I need some more. Don't you know? Don't you know? That way I've never done this before. We will work this out again. Get along with me. You all know us. This is the first time that ABC's been heard.
Wow, that's good.
What? No, my missus is sat there cringing. Her face.
Oh,
I
God.
can't believe you just done that online. You know you can't sing. You just put that up there. Your kids are going to get over 18. They're going to find it. They're going to look at it and go, Dad, for fuck's sake, did you really do that? And I'm going to go, yeah. And now I'm going to tag your friends in it.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, mostly that. Yeah, nice, got a nice build of a moss going up there.
Very nice.
A little bit of the door there because the doors don't get used no more. Don't get used no more. Why would you use the door when there's a great big gaping hole there? Which you don't with. I just have one small thing to do. Do I get fire on the camera? Yep.
Don't start trouble.
I just had to wish the missus a good night as she was going to bed.
Sleepy time.
Sleepy time. It is 11:15 for me.
Yeah, I know that time difference sucks. I forget about it all the time.
I know. See, the thing is, I forget about it, and then I forget who's under which time zone.
Yeah, no shit.
So I'm like, wait a minute. Can I phone this person now? I know I can't phone them. I can't message them. They'll be in bed. Can I do this one? Can I? And so I just.
Well, it sucks being on the West Coast too, because we're the last ones to party out. When it's midnight here, everyone else like it's fucking over with. Not here, man. Still rocking.
Well, I'm going to highlight that comment. that wasn't my fault, Steve. I took an army to face your Grey Knights, and I ended up facing Ezra's Imperial Guard instead.
I thought that was his real picture. I'm like, fuck, that looks like Gandalf. I'm like, oh shit, it is Gandalf. you know, Mr. McKellen.
Well, Steve, I've been to his house. House to play this game.
Did he know you were there, or did you sneak in after hours?
It was invited me and
he invited you.
He invited me and another.
Did he know what he was getting into, or did he just blindly send you an invite?
He had a rough idea because he spoke to me like.
Have you ever been back?
I didn't get invited back for the.
That sounds right. Good on you, Steve. Good on you.
But there is a reason for that. When we went, I don't drink, so they went to the pub, and I went, well, I'll stay here and sit at the table then, because I don't drink.
Sad. An Englishman that don't drink is like a sponge that won't absorb water. It's true.
There's an Englishman who doesn't drink, and it's because he can too well. He goes down way too easy. Just like, yeah, okay, next.
I know all about it, man. I know them folks.
And I'll sit there and I can't drink beer anymore. It's too gassy. So it's straight away onto the spirits.
People are like, oh, I like the taste of beer. I'm like, what is wrong with your taster, man?
Well, I'll tell you what, you go buy.
God damn, it's gross.
Non-alcoholic beer. You can enjoy the taste and you can drive us all home. I'm drinking whiskey and getting shit-faced.
You know, but I think that, like, I like hard-boiled eggs. But honest to God, you smell a hard-boiled egg. It's a fart. It smells like shit. And what do? Peel it and eat it. Oh, tastiest thing ever. So I get it. I understand. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. But I remember we'll mash them up for an egg salad sandwich, a little bit of mayo, and I put the thing in the fridge. Next morning, I get up, open the fridge. It's like someone shit right in your fridge. Like, whew, that stinks.
But you know what it is, and you still go in and get it.
Oh, dude, instantly pop 2 pieces of bread, get the toast out, put that egg on the toast. Best thing I've ever had, but I'm like, fucking stinkiest shit ever, but it's so good.
You should try a Scotch egg. They are wonderful things. Essentially what it is a boiled egg.
Yeah.
Sausage meat and breadcrumbs. But when you bite into it, it's like biting into a fart. Because
it's stank,
holds all that smell.
Oh, I hear you.
As soon as you break that seal, all that whiffs right out of your nose because it's right in your mouth. When you do it, you're not getting away from it. It just goes whoosh straight up your nose. It's like,
yeah, you eat these fucking things. It's like durian fruit. That shit smells like sewer, but it's good tasting.
Yeah.
It's just got a weird fucking taste, but yeah, people love it. But you smell it, it's like, I am not. Is that ripe? That's rotten. Like, it smells like sewage.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the mouth it goes. Oh my God.
You've got that Finnish fish as well, which is essentially rotten fish.
That's just strumming. Oh, fuck. I couldn't do that, man. There's no way I could do that.
Nope. I've seen various
82 fish. Oh, and over 30. Okay. I thought it was one day. I'm like, dude, you're going way past the limit.
Oh, man. We've got a freezer full of Scotch.
The stink wouldn't stop me, man. I'd still eat the fucking thing.
Oh, no. The beautiful Scotch eggs.
Oh, just the meat, the egg, the bread. That sounds beautiful, man.
It is. It's basically, it's almost a breakfast.
It's the egg runny inside or hard?
No, it's hard.
Good. I don't like runny yolk.
It's hard to the point where it's gone grey around the outside.
Ah, that's the way I like it.
So it's
Like
cold.
people are like, why do you get your meat well done? You're ruining the flavor. I'm like, it's my fucking meat, and I don't want blood in it. I don't give a shit what you say. I don't want red blood. It's gross to me.
See, I
Yeah,
don't
but
mind
you're
that.
killing all the flavor. Oh, like the fucking 8 pounds of spices you just put on it? Don't tell me. It's my meat. Let me cook it. I'll cook
Yeah,
it till
but
it's just done.
how do you want it cooked, please?
Yeah, like,
And that's the end of the discussion.
oh,
Really.
well done. Yeah, you're going to ruin it. Well, then why even offer it, for fuck's sakes?
Just do
You
it
know?
medium.
Yeah, well, my wife likes it like that, but if it comes out too sloppy and mushy with, like, the potatoes start soaking up the red blood and that, I'm like, no, I just can't, man. It throws me off. Placebo effect.
Right. Okay. No, I usually ask mine medium to medium rare,
Yeah, same with me.
and I don't mind a little bit of pink coming out. I can deal with that.
Yeah, a little bit, but I know, like, fucking, I've seen some people like, man, did the cow even fall over before you started eating it? Like, shit, that is red, man.
Well, have you seen? You know what a blue steak is, then, don't you?
Oh yeah.
And it's like I can't understand how people have that. You literally just get the steak and go steak pan steak, and then throw it on the plate.
Oh, I've seen guys do it on the fire like that, man. 5-minute flip, and eat it.
Yeah,
it's like it's still cold on the inside. Oh, this is the best way. I'm like,
That was practically raw, mate. Are you sure you're supposed to be putting that in your mouth? You got to be okay. I'm gonna take.
And they're like, oh, it's beef. It's okay. You know, it's like I know, but I don't know, man. Just there's something wrong about it.
Yeah, there's something that just doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly.
So I want food cooked. I mean, I don't eat red meat.
Like any kind of blood that you're dealt with outside of the human body, you should put gloves on, right? And here you're sitting down and you're eating it. It's just strange. I know it's cow blood, but still.
I can't really say much. This is a country that we eat pig's blood mixed with barley and spices.
I like that too, though. I like blood pudding. I like it. I don't know why people. Once my wife found out it was coagulated blood, she's like, "Fuck that." I'm like, "Oh, I like it though."
No, it's nice. It's nice.
I know. Strange, hey? Is that black pudding? Is that all it is? Yeah, same shit. Yeah, we call it over here just fucking
blood pudding.
Yeah, blood pudding, or what the hell's the other name for it? Oh, I forget the other name for it, but yeah, my wife's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, you'd love it," but she's like, "Why so red?" I'm like, that's just coagulated blood. Nope, won't do it.
Oh, no, you have to stick some on your full English breakfast in the morning. So if you have
bacon,
it's
great,
toast,
man.
Toast.
I haven't had it in years, but I'd eat it tomorrow. Like I know what I'm in for.
Although I've got to say, Steve cooks a damn fine cooked breakfast.
I like the big slices of it, not the teeny little ones.
Yeah, big, nice slices of bacon, good sausages, good
Such
eggs.
a unique taste too. Like nothing on the planet's like it.
No,
it's one of them flavors, like it's cinnamon or it's peppermint. Once you get it in your mouth and you smell, you never forget it. Instantly smell it and go, I know what that is.
Blood pudding, give me some.
Yeah, give me some.
Right. Okay, so let's have a quick look at how far we've got tonight. So, move the fuck out of the way, you glue.
Wow, that looks really cool, man. So, don't you think you put a little too much, though? No?
Not on that bit, because...
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Because there's very little else on that side. So, if you actually look on that entire side, that's the only bit.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Gotcha. That's cool.
Turn it over to this side, if I can get this to stay on. There's a little bit more that's come round from that side to show that more one side.
That's cool, though. Are you going to paint the cathedral, the window framing? Like on the front there where you turn it, are you going to paint them a different color or just keep them the way they are? Yeah, like the actual...
them bits.
Yeah, them bits.
Them bits, I'm undecided.
Right. I think they should be a lighter color. Try to stand out more. I'm just guessing. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah.
With a light grey to make them look like they're...
Yeah, to punch it right out.
Yeah, this I'm not too sure about. I might put a bit of brass or a bit of bronze in around that
color. Oh, to give it like a little rusty look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And then I think I've got some rust tones.
Do you got any tattoos? Would you put that tattoo on your arm?
I don't have any tattoos.
No, but would you if someone said, hey, put that skull with the gear on it?
No,
Because that's Warhammer's logo, right?
that's the Adeptus Mechanicus logo.
Adeptus Mechanicus. Ooh, how smarticus you soundicus.
I just remember the factions, that's all. So that's the Adeptus Mechanicus one. But now I've got to let this fucking dry.
Yeah, rust on the
Before I can-
rivets. That's a
Before
good
I can
idea.
do anything else on it, I need to let it dry.
Yes, patience, young grasshopper. Patience.
So
You're
well,
too eager.
Well,
Do you ever get the nod from your wife, like, are you going to bed, or are you going to sit there all night and do that? Are you that dedicated?
I do.
You ever fall asleep there at your desk?
No,
like,
I
do you ever do the head nods? Like, oh shit, I better go to bed.
I can't. This chair's too old.
Okay.
This chair's older than my kids, so I can't fall asleep in this chair. I've already got like 2 extra cushions on it just so my ass doesn't bleed.
I hear you.
Just like there's no padding left. It's just a little bit of leather and dust that comes out when I sit down on it. So, wait a minute. So if that's done, what was my next project? How long have I been going? 2 hours. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. But
wow,
I'm stuck at a project now because the project for tonight is in drying stage.
Ah.
So I'm stuck. Do I end the stream or do I find something else to do?
Yeah, I'm the same still. It's only 3:30 here. What to do?
What, 3:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right, I'm gonna pick something else up to paint, I think.
Well, anyway, man, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat anyway. But thank you for sending me the invite, my friend.
Yours is
I always feel I don't like. I'll be honest. I hate coming up when you got other people up here because I feel like I don't paint and I feel like I'm pushing in by changing the atmosphere by not. No, it's just the way I feel. I know. There's no qualms against you inviting me up and I'd come up, but I feel like that. Like it's like beer community. I don't drink beer, so I would never hang out there because I just got nothing to offer. So
if it makes you feel better, the majority of I'll say guests for the people that come up.
Yeah.
Don't do anything towards painting.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, I enjoy your hobby and it's great you're happy, but I don't give a shit about it. I'm only here to see you. You know what I mean? I know nothing about painting that. So
I understand that completely.
But yeah, man, thanks for having me up, buddy.
Whenever you want, you want.
Absolutely. I'll try to join more. My circle's getting really tight, so that's the way it works.
And you're going, Laz, I want to come up, man. Just
send
me the message. If
awesome.
You're going, Laz, I want to come up, and there's not enough room. I'll make room for you. Don't worry.
Straight. Yeah, and I will get that $20 to you just for having me up. I know you don't like to mention it, but hey, $20 is $20.
Or
pounds. It's pounds. Sorry, or quid.
You're not supposed to tell people that I charge.
I won't do it anymore. I've learned my lesson. Okay, man. Have a good week. If I don't see you till Friday or whenever I see you again,
well,
keep
have
your
a good
stick
one
on the ice. I will have a good one.
And look after the missus yourself.
See, you know that's the truth.
And although I don't message you back, you're always there in my thoughts, man.
Hey, man, don't even apologize for not messaging back. It's the people that get the message deserve the message. If they wonder why they ain't getting it, well
you don't back it.
Yeah, you just not worth it no more. That's all. Okay, my friend. Peace out, brother.
And you have a good night, man. See you later. Right, so my next bit that I'm going to work on is I'm going to decide what colour I'm going to do my shotgun glass. You sat back here and you got to see it a minute ago. Oh, I see. If it's used to. Oh, right. We've got Jack and Steve having a conversation that I've just completely lost track of. So I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with my shock jump dragster. Now, part of me says I should paint it red because red things go faster for orcs. And there's another part of me going, well, that won't fit in the rest of your fucking army, you dickhead. So, let's have a look. What paints have I got to hand? Because I've not finished unpacking all my paint yet from Christmas because everything got shifted and got shoved under my desk or off the kitchen table, and I'm waiting for everything to go back from under my desk. That should go back on the kitchen table. Once that happens, I should be quite organised. What orcs have I got? Warboss Karen, which was an idea because I had a spare knob who were just sat around doing now. I've got a couple of the old Warbosses from the Assault on Blackreach set. I've got my Stomper, which is up there on top of the piece, at the top of the PC. I've got, is it a Boomdacker Snazwagon? Oh, what clan? I generally go Death Skulls, so it'll be blue. But yeah, red ones go faster. But normally, yeah, I go for Death Skulls, so blue would be the main colour. But I've used a lot of blue on my Space Marines. So I don't particularly want to do blue over and over and over again. That's why I chose purple, yellow, and green for my Tyranids. See, I'm going to have green on Orcs anyway, so I'm going to have a different colour. You might ask, he's going to have to be red, isn't it? Don't have red on much. So where is my... Nope, that's High Lord blue. That's purple. That's another blue. That's not the speed paint red. That's not the speed paint red either. That's the grey. Let's see. I know there's my Mephiston, so I can do base colour. 15k worth of Death Skulls. God damn it, Steve. I still need to commission you for a crap load of painting though as well, don't I? Not painting, printing. I need to send them over and go print all these off. Here's the money for it. Let me know when you've done them and you can send them over. Nope, that's Crusaders. Where the hell has my red gone? Hardened leather. Old bolt gun. Headphones falling off. Blood red. There we go. Lead belcher. I'm going to need that. And that's an unopened, but I don't want that one yet. Well, I've got a black open in here somewhere. That one's opened. Is it? Was it? Looks it. Ballard brown. Do an art skin though. Oh, that was a lot more effort than I thought it was going to be. And hopefully that's going to dry in a minute. I can go back over that with... Where's it gone? There it is. Combination of those two. I'm going to go back over the moss with. But in the meantime, it's going to be painting orcs. Do-be-do-do-do-do. Fucking green skins. Palette. Not wet palette, normal palette. Please. Yeah, phone case will suffice. Yeah, dead easy, but I still didn't get to face them. I wanted to face those Dread Knights. I wanted to be happy trying to las cannon them in the face. Instead, I had to settle for a Baneblade. And I wasn't particularly happy about having to blow a Baneblade up very early. Is that one of my Kalinskis? It is. It's my size 4. I really don't like using these. Not unless I have to. But today it looks like I may have to. So let's cover these things up. Now, nobody's actually asked for the link tonight, which has been an odd one. Usually, anyone I would normally have sent the link out to, if I've not sent it and it was in the chat room, they would normally ask for it or let me know if they was wanting to come up. Nobody's done it this time, so I'm guessing I'm on my own now that BC's left. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. So let's get the main section of the body done red. That's very shiny. Now, I believe that's a shot cannon, if I remember rightly. If I remember rightly, it's a shot cannon. Because this is a shock jump dragster. In down there and in round there and in round there. You get that bit done, that bit. This comes as is Jack. So this is a shot jump dragster. About what? I think it was about 5-6 years ago. They brought out this range of new vehicles for the Arcs. So this came in a box set with. Oh, wait a minute. See what that is. Oh, that would be Maz's ridiculously huge. Freaking. Whew. That was a big one. That's a big army. That so is a big army. Where the fuck have I gone? I've clicked on something. I've no idea where I've clicked now. What have I got? Aha! I'm back. Hey. Yeah. I'll face that lot. Not with Orcs. I'm going to have to bring Marines. And I don't have enough nids to face that. So, if you wanted to face nids, you're going to have to really cut down on your selection. But yeah, I could face that lot with Marines. And in fairness, I'd give myself quite a good chance as well. Oh, I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win because, face it, you're going to feel God knows how many Paladins and Terminators and stupid stuff that's just going to take so much focus fire just to bring it down. But if I can apply enough focus fire with the right units, I at least stand a chance. Saying that, last time I played Grey Knights, I got my ass whooped. And I don't just mean, yeah, okay, I lost a little bit. I mean, I got my ass handed to me quite thoroughly. Drago just wouldn't die. The Land Raider just wouldn't die. He was locked in close combat with frigging counter effects for 3 turns, and the Land Raider would not die. And it had blocked off pretty much everything. So neither his army nor my army could get past his Land Raider. And I was majority melee build army. So I was screwed as he just sat there and shot at me from behind his big tank. Oh, sorry. Kirsty would have shouted at me for that one. So far, nice red. Catching the areas that I wanted to, which is good. Good. Do that. Well, that's the thing. They can just teleport in and out all the time, can't they? So, end of my turn, you remove them off the board. End of your movement phase, they come back in 9 inches or 12 inches, depending on which unit you're coming near. Because to field that lot, I will have to field a lot of my 4-boss units as well. As all my Mark 10s, Terminators. Equivalent of about 4 companies. Dread Knights and Dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts can have range because you can get less cannons on them. It's just not that good. Especially when you compare the Dreadnoughts you get to the Primaris Dreadnought, like the Redemptor Dreadnought and the Ballistus Dreadnought. They're not quite got that firepower. And when the Redemptor can pretty much go toe-to-toe with the Dread Knight, that's not a good thing. But, as you said, they do well in melee. So if you can get into melee with me, you're pretty much guaranteed to win it. All force weapons hitting at strength 5, -2 AP, 2 damage if I remember that one. But as I said, Grey Knights ain't my army, so I don't know exactly what they have. I just know that almost every unit's got some kind of smite or psychic keyword. And I would much rather face them with my Tyranids than my Space Marines. I just don't have enough points for my Tyranids to face them. I need another Psychophage. I need a Hive Tyrant. Definitely need more Gaunts. And that's just to push me round about to a 2,000 point. Yeah, it's kind of like the type of model. So you'll get infantry, vehicles, characters, monsters. So let me just get the underside of this spoiler, and I'll have a wee dig in my boxes under here and see what I can roughly pull out. In fact, I've got the other box behind me. I've got the other box behind me, which is probably better because it's got a few other things in it and it's easier to get out because it's behind me and not stuck under my desk. to make sure I get in under there because that bit will annoy me. There are some underside bits that I'm like, nah, I can leave. But because that's a spoiler and you will get on to see underneath it, it would annoy me if I was to leave it. All right, now looking at you there, red makes it go faster. We've got a lot of bits to paint silver, a lot of bits to paint black, and a few bits to paint white. Then we've got greens. That's going to require some like really bright colours in there and on the shop attachment at the back. So let you dry while we come to essentially answer this question from Josh. So the quality of the game pieces will differ. So a rank and file, just grunt model, shall we call it, your basic infantry, your bog standard as it is, you're going to want loads of this crap because they make up the most of your army. Don't fall off my knee because my more recent models are in here, including £140 worth of 2 models. So please don't fall off my knee. Okay. So quality wise, you'll get things like this one. Good. Welcome back, Kirsty. Which are, as I said, basic grunts, just little rubbish things. I feel 40 of these things, so I'll feel 80. And I think it's about £32.50 and you get a box of 10. A box of 10 of these weapon options. Awesome. Then you get kind of, no, we'll leave him out for a second. We won't come to him just yet. We want a character next, don't we? So for my Tyranids, I have, this is a character model. You see, he's a bit bigger than him. Easier to see on the battlefield. He'll be one of my HQ models. So, yeah, not bad. I don't feel many of him, so I'll have one of him on the table. As I said, I want to field 40 of these on the table. And then you get the big stuff. Now, I don't have any vehicles with Tyranids because they don't have vehicles as such, but I do have a few monsters. So start with a smaller monster and you get stuff like that, which compared to the HQ unit is a damn sight lot bigger, and especially compared to the Diddy unit next to him there. So standard infantry, that size-ish, including my marine, so something small like that would be an infantry as well. Then characters, which for orcs, he's also a character. Can't get him anymore, but they're about 20 quid-ish for a character these days. And yeah, quite a lot more detail on him than there would be on a standard orc boy or a standard orc. And just to show the size difference, that's what I've called War Boss Karen, but it's made from a knob model. Yes, I said knob. That's what short for noble. And there's the War Boss, the actual War Boss. So there is a size difference there as well from infantry to character. And as I said, you get big monsters. Which these are my that's my non-emissary. I've got a non-assimilator as well. So let's just move a couple of things around a minute and I can give you a bit of a better perspective on it. Oh, we don't need more sage. That's good. Move you out of the way, and then I can put Mr. Non there. Okay, Am I missing anything even halfway in between? Yes, I do have another character model. That's a bit smaller. Yeah, that'll do for now. I'm not going to get the entire army out. That'll be pointless. Although, let me make sure I put it away. Anything falling out, shattering on the floor. That happened last week when Graham drops his title. And these things are more fiddly. So I'm just going to see how low I can actually get this camera without having to go fine. Sorry about this. Yeah, let's do it that way instead. Let's take that out of there. Take that out of there. Okay. So now there is so there's little model, character model, character model, character model, monster. Big bloody monster. These are all hand painted. These are all hand painted on my live streams. Except for Karen there. Karen I did separately. But no, all these no, he was based. All this lot were all painted on my live streams. And as soon as I touch the arm, it springs all the way back up there. So yeah, I paint them. That's pretty much the point of my streams, is because I don't get a chance to paint during the week when like children and people want to do things in the living room, because that's where I am. I'm in the corner of the living room. I set aside Mondays for myself. And then once a week, I get a chance to paint my models. I know it doesn't sound like much. Like once a week, really? Yeah, that's all I get. But during that once a week, I am actually getting slightly better. I'm slowly improving. I mean, compared to what I used to paint like and what I paint like now, you'd think it was two different people. I just pulled out like some of my biggest Tyranid models out and I shut the box and not put them away. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Yes, I am. So you can't effect see, you can go over there, and Neuro Tyrant can go behind him, Neurolipt can go behind him. Little Tyrant can go up there, and the two Orcs can go back up on it. So yes, hand painted. I mean, all the F's, his as well, are all hand painted, and he's got the silver ones. God knows why he chose the silver ones, because it's silvers, metallics are some of the hardest ones to paint, especially the custodies, which are all gold. And I mean, Graham's hobby corner, he's been gold leafing his unit, a load of custodes, and that's just going to take forever. Well, no. Yeah, yes, it can take 3 to 4 days, depending on the size of the model. But that one, I mean, including his eye, that entire thing took me about, 5 hours? Because of the technique that I used to do it. Whereas my Terminator Chaplain, when I finally get around to bringing him back out again, is probably going to take about 3 days just to paint that model, and it's not even, it's about a quarter of the size of that. It's going to take me longer to paint just because of the amount of detail and little bits and stuff that I'm going to have to color in and paint on it. Because I have so many little finicky little like wax seals and bits of parchment and ropes and little dangly things, and Tyranids are fine. It's just skin, bone, and weapon. It's great. But yeah, some of the Space Marines are just ridiculously full of detail, essentially. Okay, so where am I up to again? I forgot. I got distracted. Right, that's the first time that's ever happened. I went a little bit green. Oh no, I remember what happened last time I did green. And that's why these have become my painting pants. I need something to punch a hole in the end of this. Because last time I tried to use green, the tip just came flying off and it went all over my desk. And all over my pants. And all over my mouse mat. And anything else that I was painting on my desk at the time. It was a disaster. It was an outright disaster. Right, so where have we got a bit of greeny? Yeah, he's facing there. Got him in there. I've got about 4 paint palettes around me somewhere. I just can't find them. I've got loads of paint palettes. I've got one of the square ones. I've got one of the circle ones. I've got the top of my army paint. I really wanted to use that. But I just couldn't be bothered looking. So I used this phone case that was stand that I've never used. My phone uses a black one with a stand. Green skins. Gotta paint the green skins. Oh, what? I just heard a beep. I don't know where it came from. It was definitely a beep. When I looked on the screen, it was now there. Oh, I must be losing it. Well, I knew that anyway, but I think I might be losing it a bit more. Yep, see, there he goes. Oh, no, that one actually saw something. That one wasn't a misunderstood beep. That was a Discord beep. Or Discord. Chat place. That everybody seems to have one of but me. If I was to ever get a request from chat to they are a pain in the ass to paint. They are a royal pain in the ass to paint. There is an argument in the hobby community as whether or not you should assemble, then paint, or paint in sub-assembly, and then put it all together. Obviously, looking at the way I'm doing it, I prefer to assemble, then paint. I can see why some people do it in sub-assembly because you get all the areas that are normally difficult to reach. But if an area is difficult to reach, it's got to be in shadow. It doesn't necessarily need painting. Or at least not as well as what you would think it was as to the parts which are shown. So obviously, these bits all need painting. But do I really need to paint the back of that seat down there? Nah. Nobody's ever going to look at it. Ooh, you've got a glam drink. Ooh, show off. Why didn't you get the Sword of Kings? Sword of Kings. Yes. Can't remember what it's actually called. Because Aragon does name it, doesn't he? So it will have an actual designated sword name. But I ain't 100% what that is. Red ones go faster, and if you want to miss out to travel, you want to travel fast. Oh, rockets, sorry. Arcs don't have missiles, they have rockets. Spelled double K. And there's only 3 because most orcs can only count to 3. Why do you need to count more than 3? If you've got more than 3, you've got lots. And that's a number as well. 1, 2, 3. Lots. How many have you got? Lots. Have you still got lots? Yep. How many have you got now? 1. Arc logic. It is brilliant. But that arc logic and belief makes things work as well. It's just funny. It is extremely funny. 13 like. Kelsey, you talking about my stream? Can you sure you're talking about that can't be right. I'm still live, you know that, don't you? No, something's going on there. Something is most certainly going on there. I won't get 13 likes while I'm live. I'm lucky if I get 4. And one of them I'd have to put on myself. And I'm going to have to paint that entire section red. Bollocks. Bollocks. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Up round there. Is that gonna need? I'm a piston, then a Wild Rider highlight. I don't know is the answer. I'm going to have to figure that out in a minute. See, the channel name part of me is saying, nope, doesn't need it. The part of me that's going, you want to rebuild this arc army, you want to build it as a speed war. Going, yeah, you do. It's like a way for paint to dry and stuff, but I'm in a bit of a conundrum. A bit of a conundrum, you know. And I don't want to use that one for metallics. Certainly don't want to use one of my red sables. So I believe that leaves it as my number 3. Crawford and Black, cheaper one. And I hope I've got some lead belcher left in here. I really hope I've got some lead belcher left in here. Yeah. Sorry. Where did I move my web palette? Where did I I'm gonna web palette. And it's gonna go paint all of this great shit away. I miss Tin Bits. Tin Bits was a great paint. Can't make Tin Bits anymore. I need to find that store online that chicken. I can't do chicken in Scouse. How did I do? Aye. I want to fly on a silver machine. You know what I mean? Collar of shame? Oh, right. I'm talking about kitty cats. That's fine. I was getting slightly paranoid then. Helps if I go back and read parts of the chat, doesn't it? You know, sees that the chat's going on. It's a really good idea that I should pay attention to it. I have had this discussion with somebody else regarding how much attention you pay to chats and streams, and explaining that a lot of the time I don't actually realize what's being said in my chats because of the position of my head looking down. And then I'll look at the camera there and forget that the chat's there completely because the chat to me is there. So it's kind of weird looking around about 6 different places just to. I really need to reorganize a little bit better. Oh, it's not quite as bad when I get to the points like reading chat. I can remember where it is, hopefully. Like that. Oh, poor Joust. Poor Joust. Like, it's probably spraying everywhere, but still, poor Joust. I'm glad that us men don't get snipped. Fair enough, Kirsty. Fair enough. I generally spot you coming up anyway because you're the one who shouts at me when I'm getting out of camera and like, get you off and stuff back in camera and you're not in shot. Kind of keep me on the straight and narrow and how to be a YouTuber. Considering I have absolutely no idea how to do it. You know, but you're doing it now. Am I really? Yes, technically I'm on YouTube and somebody's watching. But am I really doing a YouTube? Am I really a YouTuber? Am I doing it right? I'm not so sure. I'm also not so bothered. I just want to get my armies painted. And once I can get my armies painted, I can make more scenery and more terrain. I can get that painted. And then I can look into something brand new for me. Then I can look into Gunpla. Building Gundams. You have a good night, Steve, and I shall speak to you in the future. I'm not going to say when because I can't predict the future. If I could predict the future, well, I would have the lottery numbers and I wouldn't need to be sitting here painting it. I could pay some extremely good painters to do it for me. And when I say extremely good painters, I mean really, really good painters. Painters that wouldn't normally take commission, but I'll give them that much money they would. Predicting the future, I wouldn't be winning a lot Euro Millions on the lottery just once. Now, whether that would be stupid. Every other week. Is Jessica in here? Where's Jessica? Oh, you mean like Jessica? No. Jessica's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Jessica's not good. What I am saying is some people out there that are a lot better than either me or Jessica could dream of being. I mean, if we're talking professional standards, again, I could technically say I can paint to a professional standard. I'm just not very good with timescales. So that's where my drawback would come out, is to get the actual thing done on time. I could get the detail on, I can get the paint on, as long as I spent the time to do it. And obviously, if I was getting paid to do it, I would make sure. And then, yeah, I'd have to spend a lot of time to more quality control than anything else. So I've got all the details and I've got all the parts that I would need to be happy with. As it is only my stuff that I'm painting, I can not go into so much detail and go, that'll do. Because I can always come back to it. Painting as a commission painter is a big difference, though. Because you have to get it right for the client's specs. You have to do it within the time scale that the client wants. And it is just not that easy. I mean, technically, I still have a commission piece that I'm doing, but I'm not actually being paid for it. It's just I'm a better painter than my friend. So I'm painting his little gang for him. I have the paints, I have the stuff to do it. So, all right. So now that's still drying at the moment, which I'm not happy about. I would have wanted it to dry quicker, which means I may end up doing another live during this week, like I did last week, just to try and catch it up, because I am behind. I've missed quite a lot of streams so far last year. So I would like to catch up on a few streams. No problems of that, Kirsty. There is no problems of that. If anyone goes, "You're a nutter, you go, "Yeah, but at least I don't do this," and just point to my channel. And then they go, "Yeah, no, that guy's a freak," and you'll be fine. I mean, I won't get any subscribers off it, because they're probably thinking I'm a freak, and I'm not watching that. Fucking weirdo he is. But it'll stop them thinking that you're as bad. That's pretty much my answer to everyone. It's like, oh, but people think I'm weird. People think I'm strange. Anyone does that, just point them in my direction. They'll soon think you're normal again. What the fuck's wrong with him? He's talking to himself. Yeah, because I can talk to myself. I can have a conversation with myself. No, you can't. Perhaps you're schizophrenic when you do that. True, but at least I can actually oppose myself, You say this, I say this, and then we kind of hash out in between us. Yeah, but I'm always right. No, not always, mate, because sometimes I am. Well, we get it between us, don't we? Yeah, I suppose. Let's just fucking pay it. I'll go on a little bit quicker, though. Well, stop arsing around and talking to yourself and like a muppet. You're the one who started the conversation. Like, maybe, but you can end it by not replying. True. Right, just get some painting in, you dickhead. See? And you think you're weird. Spiky, spiky, spiky spikes. Spiky, spiky, spiky spikes. Spiky, spiky, spiky spikes. And these are gonna pop the tires. These are gonna destroy things. No, it's not because of it. It's bloody shock jump dragster, isn't it? It's gotta remember blowing shit up. Probably itself. Yeah. I'm gonna do this the quick and easy way. I should have said the sloppy quick way. And then I'm going to come back in. Yeah. Maybe sometimes it's a change conversation you can have with yourself. But I argue, but yeah, not necessarily in my case. It's not 100% guarantee I won't get a same conversation. But there's also the good possibility that I'll get a complete hogswash of a conversation out of it as well. I can't whistle. I know. Sorry. But it's weird. I had BC up here and that was fine. He stopped me from getting too out of control in my own head. At the moment, I've just got me. That doesn't work. I don't keep control of myself in my own head. I can barely keep myself in my own head, let alone control it. This brush is shite. This is possibly my worst brush. Why am I trying to do detail work with the shit brush? Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm an idiot. Yes, I am. Does anyone las? I las. I las hard. Or was that not the question? If you're going to try and ask me a question about something that's coming out of my mouth, you're going to have to refresh what came out of my mouth. Because I've forgotten. I've been talking to myself. So I may only remember half the conversation. Oh, so white gothy face on there, nice gothy face on there. What have I got on this side? I've got a skull. See, I'm trying to get as much as I can painted this year. I would like to have everything I currently own done this year. Everything I currently own. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to work, but we're going to try. Well, I'm going to try. When I say we are going to try, anyone who comes along with me for this journey, good luck to you. Because, well, I'm not sure how well it's going to go. Granted, it's been getting better over the last couple of years. If you check out my Instagram, there is a picture of a Phobos librarian, a Judicia, and they're both stood next to Dave, one of my original Terminators. And the only Diddy is Dave, but he's red. But he's painted very badly. He looks like I've just dunked him in. None of this thinning down, using the right consistency of paints and shading and marking out lines and any form of technique, really. Nah. I was about 13 years old and I had a paintbrush and paint. So it got painted. To a much lower standard than what I'm currently doing. Get this in here. I'm going to have to order more ivory. I have run out of money. Oh, this is. I'm going to have to add ivory to that wish list. See what I get. I'm going to have to order more. No. I'm going to Manchester on Thursday. Yeah. Thursday, I'm going to have to get more ivory paint. Because that's 2 battles I've been through. I go through quite a bit of ivory paint, I must admit. It is like my favourite paint to use for toning and as an actual white. I don't like using pure titanium style whites. They get tinted way too easily, and it's hard to get it back out of it. Whereas an ivory is a nice. This, in fairness, is taking quite a while for me to paint. In fairness, I mean, I've barely even started my Stomper, which is the biggest vehicle I own. I will bring that down after I've done this to show you, Jack, just to show you how big some of the things actually get. Remember size a big kaiju model, about 5 inches. Big thing, wasn't it? Big alien queen looking motherfucker. Yeah, I'll show you a Stomper. The only thing you get bigger than a Stomper is is a Titan. And Titans are expensive. They're like resin models, 200-300 quid's worth of model. And even then it might not be perfect. You're gonna have to do a bit of shaving, a bit of shaping. Send a part or 2 back, get it replaced, that type of thing. But the Stomper's plastic. But he is a big boy. So big that I've barely put any paint on him because I'm scared. I'm actually scared to paint him. That bad. So there we go. We have colour for the Shock Jump Dragster. And it's going to be browns going on the inside for the uniforms. And I'm going to have to get a couple of my technical paints out to get the glowy effects on here that I want, which are all under there somewhere. And you saw how long it took me to find the red paint. I'm not even sure if the technicals are in that section, so I might have to really dig under the desk. So I'm going to move him out of the way. And I will be ending this stream soon after I've shown Jack something. I believe everybody else has seen this because I've had it down a couple of times. Because, well, it's almost a baby. Bloody big enough. I'll give it that much. But come on, Mr. Stomper. What you caught on? You're not caught on anything, I hope. So, this is Mr. Stomper. Okay, so you can see how I'm holding next to my head now. Just to show you rough size of it. I mean, he's been up there a while. He's got a couple of cobwebs on him, so I apologise. But see, no, he's not going on the. He's not getting in the camera shot, is he? So let's lift the lights up, lift the camera up, and that is the size of a Stomper. I got him. And my next biggest thing that I own is that giant bug. No, the points are predetermined by the rulebook. So each one will have a rulebook. I've got a Tyranid on my desk, I've got an Orc on my desk, and I've got the Space Marine rulebook. So makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so in this instance, my biggest monster, which I showed you a moment ago, which is currently getting caught in this wire, which is wrapped around there. So yeah, there's my biggest monster again. Yeah. There'd be my stamper. So he is a big old boy with a very big gun. Lots of little guys running around him doing various like mechanical works. Should be a guy under there as well somewhere. Yeah, there he is. He's drilling into the side of it. Guns coming out of all over the place. But yeah. That big thing there is about 1,000 points on its own. That one is about 400. And I've got 2 of that size model. And to be quite honest, it'll be an interesting fight if I was to throw both of them at that and see which one was to come out on top. This is, I might have to stick like him in as well as both of them so it can equal this thing. But that would be an interesting fight, actually. So yeah, that's the big stumper. That's the one that I'm most reluctant to paint out of all of my models. Out of everyone, I'm really reluctant to paint that one. Because if I, I don't want to strip it back down. I really don't want to have to strip it back down. If I get up. Right, what are you attached to? You're getting caught on my headphones, which have somehow managed to get themselves looped around 3 times. Don't know how that's worked. You go up behind the Lego house again. Please stay behind the Lego house. Thank you. And you go back in there with... Where have I just put that bolt? So when they release the models, yes, the craftsmanship kind of goes into the points, but it's more what the unit does on the battlefield that'll determine its points. So get this back out again just for a moment so I can get the other Narn out, because there's a difference in points between the two. I just can't remember what it is. I think it's more like 20 points. One's 280, or one's 380, one's 400, something like that. Or one's 280, one's 300. So, although the sculpts, it's the same kit, the exact same kit, so you get all the same parts with it, which are, oh, camera's way up too high again. So we have, this one's called a non-emissary. Technically the kind of weaker one of the two. That one's 280 points. By kitting out as a non-assimilator, which has got these big claws and these extra spike things on its chest, he's over 300. So you price depending on what you do. I know I've got, having 2 of these, some people will call excessive. I don't have a big Tyranid army, so I need these to bulk it out a bit. So I can go, right, there's a big chunk of points, and then I can put lots of little ones in just to fill it up, like the Carnifex and the other stuff. So they will eventually go up. And as and when they change rules, points changes will go up. What's and metas will change as well. So what's extremely powerful at the moment in this edition might become quite weak in the next edition, and other things will take over. Shooting's very prevalent at the minute, but if you can build a good enough melee army, it'll run through most things. You've just got to get there in the first place, and if they're good enough at shooting, you ain't getting there. This is how things work. But now, because at the moment I'm at a drying stage, I've been going for over 3 hours now, which is not bad for me. I will try. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I could have put a different head on this one. I'm pointing like you can see. You're not even on camera. I could have put a different head on this one so that I could tell them apart easier. I just liked that head. But other than that, the only real difference is, yeah, these big hands here and these chest pieces are one, and the other one has more normalish like hands in there and no chest pieces. It's more of a brain psychic bug type thing, whereas the other one's just pure brutal melee. It's going to run up to you, he's going to harpoon you, he's going to drag itself towards you, and he's going to smash you in the face. The other one's going to shoot you before it runs up and smashes you in the face. The big monsters, they like smashing things in the face. Not as much as this one does, but he's also not as good with it. It's the exact same kit. It's just how you build. You get all the parts to build it either as a non-emissary or a non-assimilator. Now, the two different models have two different stat sets and different rules. So whichever one you build it as, those are the rules you'll use for it. I built them this way so I can field them pretty much however I want. I can build two non-assimilators, two non-emissaries, or one of each. That's why I've kind of built them the way I've built them. So, yeah, same head. They're both non-emissaries. But both non-assimilators. Or is it assimilators or annihilators? Assimilators, I'm pretty sure. And then, yeah, so I can chop and change. That's the idea anyway. So I'm going to call this one done for this evening. I've got away from my moss to clear. I've got a pile of tyrannids away before my little one comes down and goes, "Ooh, daddy's toys, crunch." I don't want that to happen. I will post pictures of the dried moss on Instagram once it's done. And later on in the week, I will be getting some more painting done on it. So I'll probably be painting the moss with some grayed down greens and some other yellows and a couple of other things that are going in there. But I will post that on when it's ready. Other than that, thank you very much for everybody who's come to join me tonight. And those who like to come up, if you're in the chat and you want to send a link in the future, let me know. If you're a chatter, which is perfectly fine, I've been a chatter in many, many streams. Please feel free to ask me questions if you want to, or if anything's like, well, why are you doing that, or what's this do, etc., etc. Feel free. I answer the questions. I want to answer the questions. Part of the reason why I come up here, as well as to do my actual hobby itself. Other than that, thank you very much for everybody who's come to see me tonight. Jack, it's been a pleasure as always, mate. Thank you, especially as one of the more recent viewers. Thanks so much for coming to join me. Kirsty, I believe you're in the house as well. Thank you as well. And then we've got everyone from Thea, Joey, BC, Alison, Angie, JV. Wow, I had quite a few people in tonight. I had Joey. Who else did I have it? Buzzards and popping head in sometimes. And I had Jessica in as well. Thanks for everybody who comes to see me. And I'm going to end it now while I'm still rambling. See you later.